I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Very good morning. Welcome to it, you beautiful people. My name is Graham Richards. You are live with Expresso, and I'm talking to you. You sitting right there today could be the best day of your life. Maybe you're going to go crush that important meeting at work. You're going to make that sale. You're going to develop that product that changes the game forever. Maybe you're going to have the most amazing engagement with your family, make new friends. Whatever it is, today is filled with brand new possibilities, and hopefully we're going to inspire you this morning to embrace them. It's almost the end of the year. We've got a few days almost left to savor, to make the most of, and we want you to be as productive as possible, to be as positive as possible, and of course get into that festive spirit. And we're going to continue with a host of different giveaways. Hill's giving away tons of really awesome prizes. We know our Dion Wired competition, where you get to open a little advent calendar doors, that is still going in full swing. Some amazing tech left to be won, maybe for yourself, maybe an awesome Christmas present. We're going to have a lot of fun, but also trying to inform you as much as possible, educate you and empower you. And a conversation that's going to be running throughout the show this morning, as is indicated by an awesome little blow-up pool that's just magically appeared in our studio. We are talking about swimming with our little ones and how important it is to get that process started as early as possible. I'm going to say it's not even recommended. It is vital that your child knows how to swim. We'll get into some pretty dark and scary statistics of how quickly a child can fall victim for a lack of water safety, but it's also the joy of going through that process with your child as a parent, and you can start literally from birth. The child is blessed with the natural ability to know how to swim. So we're asking you guys on social media, what are your memories of swimming, maybe as a parent or maybe as a little one yourself? Did you use any of the somewhat outdated, antiquated things like water balloons, those sorts of things? Did you have one of those little rubber suit things with a balloon around it to float? How did you learn to swim? How did your little one embrace swimming? And maybe you can post some really cool pictures of you having some fun in the sun. But our parental chat is going to be focused on just that. It's going to get very cute a little bit later as we give you a live demonstration. But let us know on all of our social media platforms, how do you feel about water safety and why it's so important? Well, it's going to be a lot of fun today in the kitchen. We're going to be embracing fashion for the holidays as well, and of course embracing each other because we love each other so much. Good morning, team.
Good morning, Graham.
He loves us. Thank you. Wow, we love you too, Graham. And you're looking so sexy, flirty in your fun little resort look today. As you can see, we are doing the fun things.
Absolutely.
But I need to ask you, Chomi, when did you learn to swim? It was a few months ago now.
Okay, so the main question here is, Chomi, would you swim with your son?
Why are you blocking the question? I want to start teaching him young and early, so I feel like today is going to be appropriate to learn a few things and safety rules. Maybe for you,
and
because
safety rules as well.
Safety rules for you as well with a noodle. But it's okay, listen, it's not about us, it's all about you at home. So let's take a look at the weather and see how it affects what you will be wearing today. Starting off in the city of gold, Johannesburg, the rain has finally cleared up and the sun is out. Sun's out, guns out. Temperatures are warmer and pleasant, ranging between 14 to 25 degrees. Little to no wind is expected as well, so enjoy a break from the rain. Hallelujah.
And in Durban, it's still a rainy day, so it's a heavy morning rain is expected between 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and a couple more showers in the evening between 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. So basically the entire day is going to be a rainy day. Cloudy conditions are expected throughout the day. Bring along an extra jacket and to keep warm.
Absolutely. Now in the windy city today, humidity is high and partly sunny conditions are expected with a strong easterly wind providing some relief from the heat, which we absolutely need, of course. So no rain is expected, but hold on to your hats and the eyelashes.
And your wigs, okay?
And the wigs.
And in Cape Town, the mother city, mainly cloudy conditions are expected with a southeasterly wind for the entire day. Humidity remains high and a warm sunset can be expected at 1951. I'm enjoying these late sunsets and I've been saying this for quite a while.
I saw on your Instagram yesterday, you were just living your best sunset life.
Living my best sunset life.
Looking cute. And of course, you're looking cute today as well in your neon pop of color, botanical, fashion, flower. Tell me about it.
This is Willie's edition. Very flirty, very cute.
Yes.
I love the length of the dress. I'm not really a leg person, so sometimes. But yeah, this is very like simple. It's summer, resorty, and yeah, I'd really enjoy it with the flowers and everything and the pop
of color against your skin tone as well. And that's what we're talking about today. Flirty, fun things. Of course, Hooli's phenomenal 5 weeks of newness campaign is guaranteed to elevate your fashion into the new. Now, this week we are going to the resort with lifestyle content creator Naledi Radebe, and it's going to be a vibe. We are looking flirty, fun, and all this summer feels, right, friend?
I love what you are wearing. We're going to talk about that a little later on. Find your all-day summer look in Woolies limited edition retro resort collection featuring wallpaper florals and bold prints, light, easy and flirty summer dresses, and retro-inspired swimwear. Summer is sorted. It highlights a bright botanical palette contrasted against bold black and white tops and bottoms that are easy to mix. You'll be able to treat life like the adventure that
Absolutely.
it is.
Thursdays are my favorite because Taryn Opel is here and she's going to give us more vibes about how we can flirt this up a bit. But of course, for you at home, Expresso and Woolworths want you to get ahead of the curve, and our exciting competition will give you the chance to shop the Into the New collection. Now, to stand a chance to win a 2,000 Rand Woolworths voucher, visit the capsule collection on the Woolworths website, put your favorite capsule collection items into your cart, and then screenshot the cart. Very simple. Now, to enter, reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page with your screenshot and tell us what about the chosen items you love. And I know there's so much things you want to tell us what you love about the collection. Now, remember to include the hashtag Into the New with your answer. Competition closes at midnight tonight, Thursday, the 12th of December, in case you forgot. Now, T's and C's apply and can be found on expressoshow.com. Keep it locked to your Feel Good Breakfast show, because later we'll be unpacking and dressing the retro resort capsule with our favorite fashion director and stylist, Taryn Opel, like I said. And we love her. She's going to be giving the vibes today. But remember, the sexiest thing to wear is confidence.
Well, we're getting this feel-good train right on the tracks, and it's going choo-choo. Wake your family up, wake your relatives up. Let's get you going with a bit of positivity this morning. This time around comes from a guy that we love and respect here on the Expresso Show, a musician of the world who's given us many great hits, who rose to fame in 2007. His name is J. Cole. He's done so well unearthing new talent, making it his mission to go out and uplift others as he's gone up and climbed up the ranks, being nominated for big awards such as the Grammys, and really just creating magic in the studio. He's had this to say.
The come up
was one notable one, yeah.
I love this, and this really does, I think, hit home for us as well. Really, really powerful words. Take a chance, because you never know how perfect something can turn out.
Oh, yes.
I love that. Back yourself.
Yes.
The time has never, ever been better to just take that chance on yourself, on that positive thing. Go out there, take a chance. You never know just how perfect it might turn out.
And it really is just on you. If you're not going to take a chance on yourself, who in the world is going to take a chance on you? No,
but honestly, don't let fear stand in the way of you doing something that could be life-changing, that could be so awesome, so positive in your space. So just do it. Do that thing that you're thinking about right now. And again, I'm talking to you. Yes, you sitting at home right now, where you can contemplate what cool thing you're going to do as we get into our news headlines. Take a chance, sir.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's take a look at what's happening in the national news this morning. President Cyril Ramaphosa says that it was the Tutuka power station in Mpumalanga that he was referring to when he mentioned sabotage as contributing to the need for load shedding. The president said there will be no leave for key Eskom staff members until January to ensure that South Africans have no load shedding on Christmas Day. Former SASSA head Edward Makiwane says that top government officials appeared in court, in the Kimberley Regional Court yesterday on charges including fraud. They are alleged to have swindled around 700 million rand from the government. Now moving further abroad, security forces ended a deadly attack at a hotel in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, after a 7-hour battle that left at least 3 civilians and 2 soldiers dead. The 5 attackers, said to be members of Al-Shabaab, were killed in the firefight. Voters in the United Kingdom will today cast their votes in the country's 3rd general election in less than 5 years. By tomorrow morning, the world should know which side will form Britain's next government. And then finally, South African opera star Pretty Yende was awarded the prestigious Order of Knight of the Italian Star at a ceremony at the Italian consul in Cape Town on Tuesday afternoon. The Italian ambassador to South Africa, Emmanuel Polio, in his speech referred to her as both a daughter of South Africa and of Italy. At 34, she is the youngest South African ever awarded this esteemed honor. Yende made her professional operatic debut at the Latvian National Theatre in Riga as Michaela in Carmen, and has since been seen at nearly all the major opera houses of the world, including the Metropolitan Opera, Teatro alla Scala, Covent Garden, Deutsche Opera Berlin, and many other. Yende rose to the top of the opera world at an unparalleled pace, and we are so proud of her. Well, that was your first news headlines of the morning. Let's take a first look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Thanks so much, Lee. Let's kick it off with cricket, and after weeks of speculation, it has now been confirmed that former Proteas captain Graham Smith has been officially appointed as the acting director of cricket for Cricket South Africa. On to rugby, Springbok trio Peter Steph Toy, Herschel Jantjies and Dylan Lades were the big winners at the Western Province Rugby Awards that took place on Tuesday. On to the shorter format, Springbok Women's Sevens coach Paul Delport has named 6 debutants in his Mbakoro squad for the Cape Town Sevens, which kicks off tomorrow at the Cape Town Stadium. In football, defending PSL champions Mamelodi Sundowns came from a goal down to beat Stellenbosch FC 3-1 at Loftus Versfeld last night. And on a slightly bigger stage, UEFA Champions League football resumed last night with Man City thrashing Dynamo Zagreb 4-1 and Bayern Munich beating Tottenham Hotspur 3-1 at the Allianz Arena. City, Spurs and Bayern now all advancing to the round of 16. We'll expand on those headlines in a half hour.
Thank you very much, Graham. We take a look at your sunrise pictures for the morning. Thank you so much to Anfra Dupree, who sent us this beautiful sunrise from Keimoth in the Eastern Cape, where mainly cloudy conditions are expected today, with a couple of showers reaching a maximum of 20 degrees. Natasha Smith, you also got your picture through to us this morning's incredible sunrise from Tankwa, Karoo National Park, where partly sunny conditions can be expected, with pleasantly warm temperatures reaching a max of 34 degrees. Those are such stunning pictures. You can do exactly the same thing by sending yours through to us on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3 with the hashtag Expresso Show. And now we take a look at those temperatures. Thunderstorms today are expected out in Polokwane, a low of 14, reaching a high of 27, with thunder showers and a bit of sun out in Mbombela, 16, reaching a high of 25. If you're out in the capital city, Pretoria, I'm talking about you, 16, that's your low, reaching a high of 28, with occasional rain expected out in Jozi Maboneng, Johannesburg, 14 and 26. Mahikeng, times of sun and clouds for you today, 17. That's where you start off, peaking at 31, with Klerksdorp coming in at 16 minimum and a maximum of 29 degrees. If you're out in Kimberley, times of sun and clouds, 18, reaching a high of 32, with Bloemfontein starting off at 14, reaching a high of 28. If you're out in Richards Bay, expect a light drizzle today, 18. That's your low, reaching a high of 24, with heavy rainfall expected out in Pietermaritzburg today, 16. That's your low, reaching a high of 22. A couple of showers are out in Durban, 20, reaching a high of 24, with occasional rain also out there in Mthatha, 14, reaching a high of 23. Rainy times in East London, 17. That's your minimum, peaking at 22 degrees, with thunderstorms expected for Credox today, 15, reaching a high of 31. If you're out in Port Elizabeth, expect that northeasterly wind. It's going at 24 kilometers per hour today, 18 and 24 your temperatures. George, 16, reaching a high of 23. Sutherland, heavy rainfall today, 12 and 25. Some thunder showers over there, with the mother city, Cape Town, starting off at 18, climbing to 26 degrees. And a northwesterly wind is expected. It's going at 16 kilometers per hour. That's for Worcester, 16, reaching a high of 31. Springbok, the lowest temperatures in the country today. Can you believe it? 11, reaching a high of 28. With the highest temperatures in the country, it's Uppington, 19, reaching a high of 36. Well, no matter what the weather's looking like in your part of the country, it's a Thursday. The weekend's around the corner. We're going to make it a feel-good type of day.
Well, of course, we are talking about our 5 days of Hills giveaways. It's been so amazing to see how we've been making everybody's day when it comes to just celebrating all of our pets and, of course, our pet lovers. And this is definitely a competition for you. I mean, when it comes to Hills, we're giving away cat hampers, we're giving away dog hampers, and, of course, we're giving away that awesome grand prize of a year's supply of Hills pet food. I mean, come through, Hills pet food.
Listen, yesterday when Joan won that grand prize of an entire year of pet food,
we lost our minds.
We went crazy. Now, if you want to know how you can win, let's take a look at this.
11 months of the year, and our devoted cats and dogs, they wait for us to finish work, get off our phones, and they listen to our terrible excuses because it's the 12th month. It's holidays and their time, which starts this week on Expresso, December the 9th to the 13th, with the Hills Spin the Wheel competition. What you need to do is tune into Expresso each morning for a chance to win your little darlings or great beasts some awesome festive prizes from Hills.
And to get involved, all you have to do is SMS the keyword Hills to 33728. And of course, you could stand a chance of walking away with all of those incredible prizes. And of course, that grand prize of a year's supply of Hills pet food.
Absolutely. Now, the competition ends at 7:30 this morning. So don't forget, keep SMSing because we are going to be doing it live. And you could stand a chance to spin that wheel live later on the show. But remember, T's and C's can be found on Expresso Morning Show. But more of that is going to be giving away. You get a prize, you get a prize, your kitties and your dogs and everyone could be getting a prize.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. Time for us to take a look at what's happening in the world of tech. But if you look up into a clear night sky, you might be confronted by the thousands of stars visible to the naked eye. However, new reports by leading astronomers indicate that the number of man-made satellites could soon outnumber stars visible from Earth's surface.
Imagine, there's so many stars that you see at night. So
yeah, well,
intense.
imagine how many of those satellites then now coming through. Now, though there are billions of stars in the Milky Way that could be viewed from Earth, the human eye can only perceive around 10,000 stars in good weather conditions. However, massive constellations of satellites are now becoming easier to see than stars. That's what they're saying. Now, this is thanks to the emergence of satellite technology and new initiatives such as SpaceX's Starlink, which has applied to launch as many as 30,000 satellites to create a global broadband network which would allow people to connect to the internet, which means we might soon struggle to view stars at night as we do now, but we'll have better internet connectivity, right?
Do you see where we're going
Yeah,
at?
see where we're going now. But Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, has promised to work with the astronomers to prevent satellites obscuring stars at night, which I think is fantastic. And he has indicated that plans will be developed to ensure that major astronomical events such as, meteor showers or comets will remain visible, which is, at least there's a bit of consideration and a thought around it.
Yeah.
That we're not just bringing out all of this technology and bringing out all of these advancements to the detriment of the environment of the world,
exactly.
or the galaxy or the space.
I mean,
that looks like.
the bigger conversation also becomes then like technological innovations with sustainable development.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You're starting to think about it, making it sustainable for all of those who live in the earth and the future
Exactly, and for the future generations. Speaking about future generations and being innovative, Snapchat, do you have Snapchat? Do you know Snapchat?
I know Snapchat. What do you mean? I'm not 150.
I'm kidding. So Snapchat is reportedly set to unveil a major new feature within the coming weeks in a bid to regain its popularity next to social media apps such as Instagram and TikTok, all under the name of Cameos. Imagine.
Okay.
So Cameos will enable users to superimpose their faces over another person's through either a GIF or a video in a manner that's similar to how deepfake videos are made. So machine learning algorithms can roughly translate one person's facial features and superimpose those movements over another. I mean, it's fun, it's all good until there's trouble. You know, I feel like that's like...
in a jiffy.
In a jiffy, eh? Whatever.
But also, how many grandmothers and grandfathers are going to be scammed by young people who record videos of
There's
somebody else's face and WhatsApp it to the granny?
Imagine.
Not giving you ideas, I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's that. You see, there's so many problems that come with all of this. So Snapchat's big idea is to use Cameos to create fun reaction GIFs or GIFs and videos that can be added into other conversations, and thus far is planned to enable its users to quickly create their own media that up until now has been limited to powerful processors and computers. That's intense. So the feature will apparently launch this December, just in time for the holiday season and New Year's Eve. Guys, please don't scam people's grandmothers.
No, don't scam the old people. But I think what's really exciting about this is that if you are like a big Beyonce fan, for example, what a friend of yours is, you could use Beyonce's face, superimpose it, and wish them a happy birthday, for example, and send that across. It could be quite cute.
It is cute and it is fun.
It is cute and fun. What cute and fun tech stories have you seen on the internet lately? Let us know. We want to hear from you. That hashtag is Expresso Show. Time to make a winner.
Indeed, it's the most wonderful time of the day. You've got to say it like you've got to go really deep and say it because we mean it, because it is the most wonderful time of the day, of the year, of any year. Nothing like a little Oprah moment to get us excited for the festive season. You get a prize, you get a prize, you get a prize. Everybody gets a prize. No, we've only got 15 prizes to give away, but they are insane prizes up for grabs. And of course, you've got to SMS the keyword Dion Wired, or those words together, to 33728 to put yourself in line to win anything from home appliances, home entertainment, smartphones. I mean, look at these amazing prizes that we've given away. And how many left? 8 left to give away. 8 left. So we've got on the line right now Elizabeth. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. We've kept Elizabeth on the line for about 3 hours here, just because she's a winner. So, Elizabeth, you're already getting a prize. That's a given. But now it's about deciding what prize you're going to win. So what are you looking for here? Do you want something for the home? Do you want a little bit of tech? Maybe something you can give away to, like, a PlayStation? What are you lusting after?
No, we're not. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Oh, man.
Anything.
Look at that. She just wants her prize, Graham, so get on with it, man. All right, Elizabeth, so here's the deal. So a number of numbers have been chosen already, so I'm going to give you the numbers that you can choose from. So you can choose from 1 to 4, so 1, 2, 3, or 4, 6, 8, 9, or 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Those are the numbers you can choose from. What's it gonna be?
Make it number 1.
Make
Number
it number
one.
1. All
Are
right.
you ready?
Miss Jamie Lee Domberg, please. Open our app in Canada.
You have
Wow.
won yourself worth 7,599 Rand, a Dyson V7 cordless vacuum mama.
Oh, wonderful.
Wonderful. You have to think
wonderful.
about it. Listen, that's 7,500 rands worth of vacuum cleaner. That
I
ain't
mean-
too shabby, but I'm looking at it. It looks high tech. It looks awesome. It looks lightweight. Dyson make the best vacuum cleaners in the world. We
Absolutely.
know this, and it's all yours. Congratulations. Are you going to keep it, or are you going to gift it to someone else?
You know what? I will decide about it.
Finally, we get a laugh and a smile in the voice. Congratulations. Hopefully, this is the start of an amazing festive season for you. So,
Congratulations.
sending you all of our love. Enjoy it. If you get to spend it with family, savor every second. But well done.
Oh, thank you.
Elizabeth, the latest winner. Read out the full title of the prize again.
It is a Dyson V7 cordless vacuum, again worth 7,599.
It's not a V5, it's not a V6, it's a V7. Incredible prizes already
It's
given
amazing.
away, and there are some absolute crackers still left in the mixer. Remember, we've still got to give away a smartphone, we've still got to give away a PlayStation. There's a juice extractor, all these amazing tech and home prizes, all still here to be won by you. So get entering. You've got to SMS the keywords Dion Wire to 33728. You can find all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com, and it's going to cost you just $1.50. I mean, you look at the value of the prizes won so far, it is so worth it. Our 15 days of giveaways with Dion Wired, our beautiful advent calendar, is waiting to be opened by you.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. You could win one of 15 prizes courtesy of Dion Wired's Advent Calendar. A magical prize behind every number, a PlayStation 4, a Galaxy A30s, a Kenwood Chef, a Dyson cordless vacuum, and so much more. To win, SMS the keywords Dion Wired, your name and email address, to 33728 and cross those fingers. After all, 'tis the season to win big.
Oh, it is the most wonderful time of the year with the festive season here.
It is here.
right
Feel
now.
it.
Feel it. It is here. We know there's going to be lots of games, lots of time being spent with loved ones, with friends, with family.
Exactly.
That calls for games.
Exactly. Coming up after the break, this is a game for everyone. All ages can get involved. It's called beer pong, but we're going to be playing it with Juice. Juice! Okay, I know you.
I'm
It's with
watching
Juice,
you.
all right. And of course, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Apparently, we are taking on each other.
It's going to be a game
I hope you and
to
I are not on the
see.
same team, huh? Because then I lose.
No, I hope we're taking each other on, not
then
on
I'll
the
win.
same team. Because then, no. The new day has
There's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. Buy any size of your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or sticker. Then follow the entry details on the pack and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs, steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers, or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes.
Tropica, nothing smoother. Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop. Crazy Store, the crazy fun place to shop. to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. My favorite day of the week, Thursday, Klein Vrydag. You're already getting into
Young
the
Friday.
weekend. Exactly. Oh, Thursday. Girl. All right. So you know what? We had a lot to celebrate as South Africans over the last few weeks. Specifically this week, our very own Zozibini Tunzi was first crowned
Yes,
South
girl.
Africa in August this year, the 9th of August. And not even 4 months later, she went on to be crowned Miss Universe. Woo! Now, on Sunday, Zozibini proved that she had everything it took to win the competition and wowed the judges and the world as well with her phenomenal stage presence. Zozi went viral when giving a speech about women empowerment in this day and age. Let's take a look.
I want children to look at me and see my face, and I want them to see their faces reflected in mine. Thank you.
Oh, let me tell you, the confidence. When I was watching it, I was like, look at this girl. She's standing on such a world stage and she's owning it, hey? That was her time.
Oh, I love her. Very eloquent, intelligent.
Exactly.
She's literally my favorite human being in the world right now.
Do you know when you've made it, though? Do you know when you've made it? Is when Oprah's speaking about you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Oprah was so moved by her words that she tweeted saying, congratulations, Miss South Africa, the new Miss Universe at Zozi Tunzi. Agree with you. Leadership is the most powerful thing we should be teaching young women today. We welcome your visit to the country and, of course, our Leadership Academy for Girls. That was absolutely amazing.
It was, but also, girl, plug your school right in there. It's just like, oh, by the way,
I'm
always.
training future leaders. Yeah, no, but rightly so. And she does. How much money has she brought into the country? This just adds another way that we can reinforce that. It's
Exactly.
awesome.
Amazing. Well, in a heartfelt interview after the pageant, Zozi said that she was overwhelmed by all the support she received from, quote, everybody back home. I want everyone to know I am very grateful. And of course, she first appeared on our screens when entering our very own presenters on
cool
3
is
competition
that?
and was one of the very few to be chosen from Cape Town and definitely made her mark when auditioning. In one of her first interviews in the competition, she interviewed Basitsane Khumalo, who was also a former Miss South Africa pageant winner. And since the news broke, Zozi has been working even harder than she did before, having to do multiple interviews on a daily basis. So I think she was prepared for that. She was prepared for that. One of the most amazing opportunities is being on Good Morning America. Hello, discussing her latest victory, and was then asked a question about her former interest in a morning show back home in South Africa. Let's have a look at what she had to say.
Yay.
South Africa, you almost were a anchor for the morning TV show?
I almost,
That's what you wanted to do,
so
right?
This morning show came through and I wanted to try out something new, and I was like, maybe I could do it. And
well, this is your chance to do it right now. I'm going to let you do it.
Am I going to be hired?
If you don't mind, you can look right there into that camera and you can throw to our next segment. How about that?
Yeah. And now over to you, TJ.
Let me tell you, TJ is feeling super good right now. Just like, ooh,
Let's talk about that glow up.
Can we just talk about that breakfast show? Come on. Okay, that other breakfast show.
That other breakfast show.
Of course, the whole of America was like, oh, they must be talking about Expresso. Then there's that other breakfast show. That's so funny.
I was like, I'm on that breakfast show.
I'm on that other show. I'm that other presenter on that other show. Oh, that's amazing.
We are so proud of Zozibini, and of course, we wish her all the best with this coming year. There's possibly going to be a move to New York, as what happened with Demi Lee. She's going to get a beautiful apartment, and she's going to take the world by storm. But we are with her every step of the way.
Or small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, take your places, please. I'm going to try not to rock the table. Okay, so no cheating. Please don't rock the table. I want you to hide the car keys, get the guest room ready, okay? Because we are, yes, about to play a drinking game. No, not with alcohol, okay?
Oh, no.
No. Well, I don't know. Look, I didn't pour the glasses. Okay. But we know, okay, beer pong is beer pong. Everyone knows what beer pong is, okay? And we're not playing with beer.
We're playing
thankfully,
with
because
apple cider vinegar.
Excuse me, sir.
I can smell it.
It's
There is-
clean beer, they clean
Not all of them. Yeah, they just use it as a nice cleaning aid to clean this table, our games table. That's where it came from. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. Okay, have you played beer pong before? Do you know the vibe?
Yes.
I
The
have.
vibe?
I've never.
I have.
Of course.
I have seen it.
I'm sure Tabiso has played
Played
it.
it.
I have played it. No, not lots of times. I've seen it be played as well
Okay.
in Thailand, but they play it differently. But yeah, this is going to be fun.
Oh, buddy, we're not going to play those rules.
Thailand.
We're going to play our own very family-friendly, safe breakfast TV rules of that other breakfast show, as we are called in America. So what you're going to do is you've got to bounce the ball once, okay? That's the pong version, okay? So it's got to bounce once. You've got to try and get it into a mug. If you get it into that mug, your opposition then has to drink the contents of that mug, and that cup is taken out of the fray,
Okay, cool. All right.
and obviously those that get through their opponent's mugs first is the winner.
Okay,
Are you
okay.
ready?
But you have to bounce it. Can't you just throw it?
No, you have to
can't
bounce.
just
You have to
You're
bounce.
already, I've just said
Okay.
that. You're already looking for a way to...
Okay.
Looking
What
for the
is that alcohol
Okay, cool.
then?
I know, now he's keen. Okay, so you know the rules, guys.
Yes.
Bragging rights are at stake here. It's
Yeah.
big, it's important. You're quite competitive, I know.
100.
Okay, so you're in it. You've got the tiger's eye.
hard.
I can see the tiger's eye.
I know.
Be you surprised.
Let me
Leanne,
shock
this morning.
Leanne and show her. It's a
Okay,
new
so
dawn.
who's going to go
It's a
first,
new
guys?
dawn.
I'm going to put it out there.
I'll go first.
Jamie Lee Domberg is going to go
Jamie
first.
Lee,
She's
yeah,
going
you
to
got this,
embrace it.
Jamie, you got this. Focus,
Okay,
girl,
one
focus.
bounce.
You got this. That's
Who's
got,
left?
You gotta drink it.
You got
I have to drink it.
girl.
The ball inside.
Yeah,
That is
drink
our
it.
one.
I know.
shut.
Oh, Leanne, calm down. Well done.
And then I'll
that one
take your
gets
car
taken
keys
out.
away from you, and then you're not allowed to drive yourself home. The cup is out of the mix. Okay,
Oh, is it my turn?
it is now your turn. You have the right to It was so close, though. Keep that ball. It was so close.
It's okay.
Nice supportive partner you've got. Wow,
It's okay.
that was quite
It's
aggressive.
okay. It's okay. We're still in the game. We got this. We got this.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Jamie, you got
Okay,
this.
come on, Jamie.
Thank you.
We
We are
still
here.
steady
We are
hand.
still within.
Steady hand. Oh, it's tense. It's tense out there.
Suck at beer pong.
Come on, you can do it. Just a bit more elevation. Come on. Oh, I felt
man.
you're getting closer. You
Okay, I
look
feel like
shame, man. You look so downhearted. Grab it.
Talk. Okay.
Okay. You can do it. I believe in you, baby.
That was the worst.
That was the worst
Worst
ever.
pre-team talk. Hey, Al Pacino could have.
Get it!
I felt like you were robbed there. I felt like
I was.
it was yours.
Oh, Leanne.
wow. I feel like we're winning. We're winning.
Come on.
You tried this table trick.
Ah, what am I doing?
Oh,
with my life?
you got these mugs, eh? These ones over here. That's our.
I feel like there's something.
Bottoms up. Bottoms up, lady friend. Bottoms up.
Drink it, Jamila. Orange
It's orange juice, guys.
It is orange juice.
refreshing.
Is
This
it
is very
apple
But
or-
this was
I bet Tim,
Is it apple juice? Maybe yours is apple.
No, it's like a guava.
Like a guava juice.
Okay, there we go.
nice.
Wow, eh?
Let's do this, right? I
Oh,
need to
you're not
be
a
this
big
side.
sipper.
So, Leanne,
Yeah, you're just like a...
golfer.
You're like
for the game.
All right,
Step in for the game.
So
Step
5
into
plays,
the
5,
game.
guys. 5 plays, 5.
Come on, Lee. Come on. Put it right there.
Mama,
Glue, all the way. Glue, glue, glue,
me so we can't lose.
Okay, we've got a minute left to decide who's going to
Jamie
be...
and
That's the
Leanne.
Come on. The 3 bouncer. The 3 bouncer. I feel like you've got to give it one of these. I feel like you've got to...
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
4 plays, floor. This
Okay.
is... Wow, I think you...
Wow.
I started off good, man.
Are you getting upset there, Jamie?
I'm getting angry.
Oh! Okay.
You guys have worked on your technique. It's looking much better.
Yeah.
Much, much better. 30 seconds.
You're right on form. Okay, we've got this, baby boy.
You were
We're
all
still
over
in the
the place
game.
with that one.
Oh,
She rims it. She rims it. Come on. 15 seconds.
Oh, come on.
We need
I'm
one more to go down to...
Tabiso, Ready?
Okay.
Tight.
No.
Breathe in and out.
Oh, and he rims it
Go,
again.
Jamie, go, Jamie.
Oh! It's a draw!
Half the time. Half the time.
You said it was a draw. The buzzer goes, and the buzzer goes.
No, the buzzer went.
Draw. And then you can change your mind after.
Everyone, I'm the games master.
Okay.
Because she was brave enough on the sound of the buzzer to go for her throw, I'm going to award it. I have to. That was bravery. That was bravery.
Let's go.
Drink it, drink it. Drink your drink,
No, that's the wrong
mister.
one. That's the wrong
Drink
one.
your
Drink that one.
drink. Which one is it? So, you two can destroy your circle of friends with this super competitive game. As you can see, it's a lot of fun. So if you're planning a party or hosting a house full of crazy friends, relatives, excited kids, it doesn't matter. During this obviously very busy holiday season, you'll want a few activities to keep everyone busy and happy, no matter how immature. So with the Crazy Store in just about every town, every mall, you can have fun choosing from their festive range of some pretty cool ideas, from Christmas party games, provide really fun ways to spend time together, to more extreme games like this one, the Crazy Store, on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter. They've got some really cool ideas. You can find out all about their new exciting products, fun ways to use them, like our crazy own Expresso version of beer pong. Really, really cool stuff. Are you ready?
Small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
Well, look who's joined the party, ladies and gents. It's Zola.
Hi.
Hi. There you go, Zola. Welcome. Would you like some juice?
No.
You don't accept anything from it.
There's a ball in there.
What you missed was Leanne ricocheting the ball off
there's a ball,
Tubbsy's
yeah.
head to get it in there. You are the reigning beer pong champion.
I just needed to warm up.
Tubbsy, are you gonna drink? You
I did
sit
drink.
down.
I did drink.
Oh, is that what you're
Listen,
trying to pass
guys,
it to me?
Zola Nene is in the house. All of the excitement yesterday on social media
a
when
judge.
we announced she'd be here. A judge on Taste Masters on SABC3. She's joining us. We're catching up. You're going to be giving us the tea.
I am.
You're going to be giving us the tea.
The tea
And the apple cider vinegar.
Ah, it's a buffet, so you want to make sure you're here for it. We'll see you after this.
Show that there's a glass and a half in everyone by lighting up the faces of orphaned and vulnerable children this festive season. Donate your pre-loved toys, books or games at the Cadbury Dairy Milk Generosity at the Mall of Africa in Johannesburg between the 10th and 16th of December. You can also donate your pre-loved or new toys at selected Toys R Us stores or online at toysrus.co.za.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, Zola Nene's rise to stardom has been on a stratospheric trajectory since she began as Expresso's resident chef in the show's early days. She's currently being instrumental in the process of selecting Afternoon Expresso's new resident foodie as a judge in the new reality foodie and lifestyle competition show, The Taste Master. She joins us this morning to share more about the experience, but let's give her a warm Expresso welcome, everybody. Zola Nene! We love you.
You guys are coming home again.
Oh, my Zulu princess, man.
Whenever I see Zola, I feel happier in general.
That's true.
You
The
have
same
an effect on
goes
people.
for me. Mutual.
You really do.
Mutual.
I feel judged by the most
I feel
judgy person.
judged.
No, I laugh at this because you are like one of the sweetest human beings on the face of the planet. It's the idea of you being judgmental about anyone. But you're also a connoisseur. You've worked so hard to get to where you're. We've obviously had a front row seat to watch that. We speak about trajectory, and it's been insane, especially the last couple of years.
Absolutely.
Just incredible, and I hope you can take that on board. But what's it like flipping the script and being now responsible for judging someone else looking to pretty much follow your footsteps?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's such a great opportunity. And yes, it is judgy, but I don't see it as like being judgy. It's more constructive criticism to help somebody grow and become better. So that's how I like to approach my judging style.
And you've thought about this clearly,
I have. I love being part of the Taste Master because obviously my exposure on Expresso and starting out here is what, helped me become a household name to so many people.
Yeah.
Exactly. And to be able to sort of pay it forward and become part of someone else's journey is really, it's such a privilege.
Yeah, I'm going to put it out there. I called it very, very early on when you were still on Expresso. I said, Zola, one day you're going to have your own show. Do you remember that?
I do
you remember that? Thank you so much. And of course, that's happened. You've done so much in the industry. But what I love about you the most is you have such a natural way of bringing food across. You don't make it seem like it's something that is scary, or you make it feel like anyone can do it.
And that's the point.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like to make it feel as least intimidating as possible.
Yes.
And that's, I think, why people have sort of endeared to me, is because I do make it accessible.
Yeah.
For me, I think that everyone is capable of making a really good, tasty, beautiful looking plate of food. It doesn't have to be very chefy. It's just real food. And that's what I make. I make real food and I make it really simple for people to recreate.
I love that.
You make it with emotion. You make it with emotion. Now, I can tell you the amount of weird looks I've gotten in various bookstores and shopping aisles from taking other people's cookbooks and putting them at the back and putting yours on top because it's just so beautiful. But no, I really am proud of the fact that I know you, first of all. What goes into creating a book like that is massive from a culinary perspective.
Absolutely.
But you've poured so much of yourself into every page, every recipe, every photo. Simply Zola comes on the back of one fiercely successful book. So talk us through this new edition, this new member of the family.
So the second book is sort of a continuation of my food journey from the first one. So like you said, I did pour a lot of myself into it. Every recipe has a story behind it and why I've put it in there. So I share a bit of myself, and the fact that people receive it the way that I have, the fact that it's won an international award is like really amazing. So I'm really, really happy, and I'm just glad that people have warmed up to my story and my food journey. But this one's very different because I was single when I wrote this one, so I have like dinner for one.
Wow.
I went through a moment where I was alone. I still am, but anyway. And I started creating recipes.
I love that.
I started creating recipes because I thought, dinner time became really sad because I was cooking for 4 people. Then I was eating the same thing for 4 days, and I was like, oh no, that's making me feel even more alone. So then I created recipes that you can make, beautiful recipes for one person.
I love that.
I did a lot of cocktails and drinks and like things that were part of my life, and it's like my life story in a cookbook, which is
pretty cool.
Why are you laughing at me?
Hey, there are a lot of single people out there who would appreciate that.
It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that.
So you have, of course, you've got your cookbook. You've been on numerous shows as well. You've
international shows. Come on.
You've really thrown yourself into your career, and you've done so well, and we're very, very proud of you. But what's on the cards next? Because I feel like 2020, if 2019 was such a vibe for you, I feel like 2020 is going to be even better.
I have been so blessed with such amazing opportunities. So a lot of exciting stuff in store for 2020. And you know this about me. I'm not the type of person who goes, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. I prefer to do it
Yes.
and show people what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Rather than
Exactly.
tell
I
people
hear
what
you.
to expect.
You're launching
So,
20 food trucks across the land.
well, you'll have to wait and see,
You're
Graham.
opening 5 restaurants.
Maybe.
One on top of Table Mountain.
Possibly.
Oh, I want to know.
never
I wanna
know.
so bad.
Well, due to the Mzansi Super League, the 5th serving of the Taste Master will be airing this Saturday, the 14th of December at 8 p.m. only on SABC3, and the grand finale will be on its original time slot at 7:30 p.m. next Tuesday, the 17th of December. So be sure not to miss the double whammy of foodie reality competition programming. And to find out who will be your next Resident Afternoon Express foodie.
Yeah, your next Zola. They can try. They can try. Don't forget, of course, that the Taste Master, in association with Stella Artois, is running a very exciting competition to win a trip for 2 to the beautiful Belgium, obviously where the beer hails from. So make sure you enter, find out all of the details on the tastemaster.co.za. And Zola is, of course, going to be coming back a little bit later to cook up something quirky and delicious. It's got a little chicken in it, chicken and grape casserole from her latest cookbook, of course, Simply Zola. And this one you can eat with, it's not just made for one, it's made for more than one.
It's a sharing.
Social and sharing.
The Saturday the 14th at 8 p.m. The judges cut to the bone as 3 become 2 on the Taste Master.
Contestants, welcome to the Mother City.
I've never done anything like this before. There's a lot of pressure.
I'm not going home. Definitely not today.
Need to be cooked more.
So basically, I'm trying to merge a couple of different flavors because
Oh,
basically.
it's so sweet.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why did I do this to myself?
I think Dumi might be in trouble.
At this stage, I'm worried for Chumi.
I can fix it.
I'm trying to lock eyes with people and somehow smile at them and, introduce them to my cake. And people are just not interested.
Good luck to me.
This is it for me. I'm done.
Catch all the drama on the Taste Master, Saturday the 14th at 8 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours. Own it.
Oh, it's officially on the Saturday Taste Master on SABC3. But you know what else is on is the festive season. The season of giving, the season of just elevating even your socks. Do you guys do a lot of shopping for Christmas gifts?
No, because I'm still waiting for my TV from you.
Yeah, but it's not
You
Christmas
promised.
yet.
No, but that was 2 months, like
Yeah,
it
but
was
it
Black
was for
Friday.
Christmas.
Was it?
Are you still buying me the
During
fridge?
Black Friday.
You said you're buying me a fridge.
When did I say that I'm going to buy
Jenny,
you a pair
don't
of
try
socks?
me.
I'm buying a pair
Okay,
of socks.
at least if she's not bringing you a fridge, what is more likely is a
Absolutely.
pair of socks, which she's already got in her hand.
And you actually wearing them. You love them.
I got these ones a while ago because I came on the show and I had secret socks on. Yolanda, I remember Yolanda so well,
That's
went
actually
on
know her name.
Facebook and said, "No, sir, what time is it? It's not the time for secret socks.
Yeah.
Get some socks." McDonald's hooked us up and here we are now and I'm wearing them.
I love them.
wonderful.
And they're
I like
very cool. They're very
They
cool.
are.
Do you know?
Wonderful.
Do you know in the States, actually, if you buy someone socks, it means you've been bad. So if you buy them coal or socks, it's you've been bad all year. So, but this is actually a good thing. I feel like in South Africa, if you buy them, it's like, hello, I got a big socks.
Socks are a gift, okay?
Yeah,
It's an
a
People
proper
are
gift.
literally trying to fight it.
Yeah.
For me, it is a gift.
Yeah.
And also, you can't go wrong with gifting a pair of the socks. And McDonald's are now selling their McD socks for only 40 Rand.
Say what?
They are fun, they are playful, that everyone in the family can rock. So don't be that guy who rocks up empty-handed. Spoil your loved ones, man.
You
Why
have
does he have these
no
socks?
excuse, so you can actually buy yourself
that
a
guy.
burger meal and then, when your stomach's full, buy socks and take them with to somebody's house. What excuse for not bringing a gift? Go get them. Get the McDonald's app as well. You can get all those amazing deals, exclusive deals, but also find out where you can get these socks.
And don't be that guy.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush your daily goodness. Now also available in long life.
Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 Rand. Hashtag share the goodness. Made with love by Clover.
birthday to you. Yeah, listen to that tune playing in the background. Get a move going right now because it's time to celebrate your birthdays. Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Birthday time, lots and lots of them to get through today on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday, the 12th of December.
You're just checking what day it is?
Birthday? No, I wasn't doing that. I was looking at the list of birthdays we've got to get through today.
Shall I start off for us? Okay, cool. This one goes out to Alyssa. Alyssa, I hope you're watching. It says, I'm wishing my daughter, Alyssa Thomas, a happy 11th birthday. May the Almighty bless you always. Dream big and achieve all your goals. Have a lovely day from your mommy.
Happy birthday, Alyssa. And this one goes to Hlelo Wenkosi. Happy 6th birthday to my little brother, Hlelo Wenkosi Hlongwa. I wish you all the best for today and forever. Have a great day. Such
He's
a
so
cutie.
cute. Look at that bow tie.
Love it, love it.
Who else?
All right, well, a very happy birthday going out to our son, Caden. And it says, may the Lord bless you more. Have an awesome day from your mom, dad, brother, sister. We love you. And then also, happy birthday to Lindre. Wishing you an awesome day today. May God keep blessing you from Garth, Yolanda, Jaden, and Josh.
Happy birthday, Lindre. Here's one for Tiamo. A birthday shout out to my daughter, Tiamo. Happy birthday, my munchkin. Wishing you many more naughty, great years to come, and may God bless you always with love. This is from your mommy, your gogo, and Ntokoso. They love you. And then a happy 13th birthday to Taniel August. You're so special to us. Your smile lights up a room. It's amazing how you share your love and bring joy to so many hearts. We love you, Nila Pop. From your mommy, your daddy, Tristan, Kian, Oma, and Opa. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday indeed. And then it says, Mubarak to my sister. May Allah grant you good health, wealth, and baraka in your lifetime so you can go on a holy journey. I love you lots. And that is to Rakaya. Happy birthday, Rakaya. And then happy 8th birthday to Madiva Awande Tuma. May you have a blessed day and many more good things. We love you.
Love it. And we've got Maureen celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday to the world's greatest mum and grandmother, guys. Maureen Reitus. You are an amazing woman. Lots of love. Enjoy your day. This is from Rodney, Louise, Keegan, Keanu, and Kendall. They love you.
This one goes to Maggie. Happy birthday to my mom, Maggie. May you have a day filled with love and joy. Thank you for all the soft love that you have given us. We love you so much. From your daughter, Debbie, and grandsons, Hendrik and Danny. God bless you more. Happy birthday, Maggie. And this one goes to Gladys. Happy 32nd birthday to my mom, Gladys Lante. May the good Lord, hallelujah, bless you and meet you at your needing point. I love you so much. From your one and only girl, Naledi Lente.
Oh, Mama Gladys, you look so nice.
Is that Mama Gladys?
So nice.
Is that a 32-year-old?
So nice.
Oh, she looks so nice.
Katleho is celebrating his birthday as well. Happy birthday to this wonderful soul, my son, Katleho Matlanye. I thank God for blessing me with a precious gift like you. May He bless you with a good life and give you wisdom. Enjoy your birthday, my king. You are the best. This is from your mom. Happy birthday, Katleho. And then, of course, we have a special mention birthday this morning here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This lady is a part of our kitchen team, our chef team. They prepare all of the different meals you see. They come up with these recipes that you see on the show. It's Faith Ngwenya's birthday, ladies and gents. Oh, happy birthday, Faith! Oh, Mastrata. Happy birthday, Mastrata.
Doesn't Faith look like she should be in front of the camera, not behind?
It totally does.
With that hot pink suit and that hair.
Stunning girl. Happy birthday, Faith. I know it's going to be a big party with you. But listen, if it's your birthday coming up and you want us to put you on, why don't you send us a WhatsApp, 071-6406-551. You can also email.
Birthdays at Cordova.tv. I was going to be like .co.za. No, it's birthdays at Cordova.tv. And we would love to wish you a happy birthday to everybody today. If we haven't called your name and it's your birthday, happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
The time now is just after 7 o'clock. Let's take a look at those news headlines. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa says it was the Tutuka power station in Mpumalanga he was referring to when he mentioned sabotage as contributing to the need for load shedding. Now, the president was addressing a media conference at Eskom's headquarters at Megawatt Park in northern Johannesburg yesterday. He pledged to stabilize the national grid to avoid more load shedding during the festive season. He said there will be no leave for key Eskom staff members until January to ensure that South Africans have no load shedding on Christmas Day. And former SASSA head Edward Makiwane and other top government officials appeared in the Kimberley Regional Court yesterday on charges of fraud and contravention of the Public Financial Management Act. Makiwane, along with former provincial head of sports, arts and culture, Henry Iso, former head of agriculture, Wanders Mothibi, and the Trifecta group of companies are alleged to have swindled around 700 million from the government. Following a brief appearance in court, the case was postponed to February 17th next year. And on the international front, security forces end a deadly attack at a hotel in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, after a 7-hour battle that left at least 3 civilians and 2 soldiers dead. Now, the attack began when 5 heavily armed gunmen overpowered security guards and stormed the upscale hotel. 11 people were injured, including 2 members of the country's security forces, police said. The attackers began shooting at responding Somali security forces, a police officer said. Now, all 5 attackers were killed in the firefight. The attack was claimed by terrorist group Al-Shabaab. Voters in the United Kingdom will today cast their votes in the country's 3rd general election in less than 5 years. Now, the Brits have been confronted with 2 drastically different visions for what comes next and must decide between 2 very different men to lead them there. Now, on one hand, we have Boris Johnson has insisted only the Tories will get Brexit done, and Jeremy Corbyn, who has vowed Labour will give hope to the next generation. By tomorrow morning, the world should know which side will form Britain's next government. And then finally, Greta Thunberg, the Swedish schoolgirl who inspired a global movement to fight climate change, has been named Time Magazine's Person of the Year for 2019. Now, the 16-year-old is the youngest person to be chosen by the magazine in a tradition that started in 1927. Now, Greta, who has become the voice of conscience for a generation facing the climate change emergency, first made headlines with a solo strike against global warming outside Sweden's parliament in August 2018. Now, it sparked a worldwide movement that became popular with the hashtag Fridays for Future. Addressing the annual World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland in January, she told world leaders she wanted them to panic and feel the fear that she feels every day and then to act. Her words spread like wildfire online, and we are here for all of that. And that was your look at the news. Let's take a look at the world of sports with Graham.
Thank you so much, Jamie Lee. Let's kick it off with cricket news. And the big news this week, after weeks of speculation, it has now been confirmed that former Proteas captain Graeme Smith has been appointed as the acting director of cricket for Cricket South Africa. The CSA yesterday confirmed the appointment of Smith for an interim period. Smith, who is statistically the most successful test captain in our history, has stated that he would love to assist Cricket South Africa during this difficult time, and has touted to be wanting a couple of former players as well to be joining his team, so watch that space very closely. Then on to rugby. Springbok trio of Peter Steph Tutoy, Herschel Jantjies and Dylan Lates were the big winners at the Western Province Rugby Awards that took place on Tuesday this week. The World Rugby Player of the Year, Tutoy, was named Forward of the Year. Jantjies won Black of the Year award and walked away with Players Player of the Year. Both Tutoy and Jantjies, of course, are winning the Rugby World Cup this year with the Springboks in Japan last month. And then Lates won the award for the most valuable player. Then on to the shorter format. Springbok Women's Sevens coach Paul Delport has named 6 debutants in his Mbakoro squad for the Cape Town Sevens. That kicks off tomorrow at the Cape Town Stadium. So forwards, Rights Mkari, Butle Sonamzi, Carter Jacobs, Sizo Solonsi will be joining backs Megan Phillips and Liska Latakan for their first ever appearance at an HSBC World Rugby 7 Series event. The Mbakoro will face Dubai champions New Zealand tomorrow. What a test. And then Fiji and Russia, an incredibly strong field That's happening on Saturday. Good luck, ladies. Then on to local football. Defending PSL champions Mamelodi Sundowns came from a goal down to beat Stellenbosch FC 3-1 at Loftus last night. Ryan Mood opening the scoring for the visitors in the 35th minute, but the Brazilians fired back with goals by Tembazwane, Sibelele, Mkolisi and Kaleto Makhalwa. Sundowns now drawn level with SuperSport United on 24 points, but still 10 points behind our log leaders, Kaizer Chiefs. And then further afield, the UEFA Champions League football resumed last night with Man City thrashing Dynamo Zagreb 4-1 and Bayern Munich beaten Tottenham Hotspur 3-1 at the Allianz Arena. So City, Spurs and Bayern have now all advanced to the round of 16. City forward Gabriel Jesus scoring a hat-trick. The Brazilian has now scored 5 goals in his last 5 starts for the club. And then while Bayern Munich sealed consecutive victories over Tottenham, with their last meeting ending in that 7-2 humiliation for Spurs. So the knockout round draw will be taking place in Switzerland on Monday. And that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's see how the roads are looking.
Thank you very much, Graham. Let's take a look at your roads. We start off in KwaZulu-Natal. Out in Berea, there has been an accident on the N3 eastbound after Market Road. The emergency lane is obstructed over there, so please approach with caution. If you happen to be out in Gauteng, Fortsburg on the M1 northbound, there are roadworks. That's before the Crown interchange. One lane is currently obstructed and heavy delays can be expected from Monday. And off to the trains. All morning peak trains are cancelled. This is due to a recent fire incident at Cape Town station. It is a huge inconvenience and commuters are advised to please make use of an alternative mode of transport this morning. That's where we leave it for now. The next report will be in just over half an hour.
Hey, babe, check this.
Fascinating.
You know, I don't mean to brag or anything, but
Don't ruin the moment. Prevent allergies or cold and flu with fast-acting powder nasal spray from the Nexa range. Brought to you by Pharmadynamics.
And we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you very much, Leandri Meyer, for sending us this amazing skyline from Muizenberg, where sunny to partly cloudy conditions can be expected with nice warm temperatures reaching a maximum of 23 degrees. Nombulelo Gama sent us this spectacular sunrise from Soweto, where mainly sunny conditions are expected with little to no wind and pleasant temperatures reaching a maximum of 26 degrees. You still have some time to send your pictures through to us on our Facebook with the hashtag Expresso Show. Those temperatures across the country, thunderstorms are expected out in Polokwane today, 14. That's your low, reaching a high of 27. Mbombela, thunder showers, a bit of sun, 16, reaching a high of 25. With the capital city, Pretoria, 16. That's your low, reaching a max of 28. Occasional rain out in Johannesburg today, 14, peaking at 26. With Mahikeng starting off at 17, reaching a high of 31. If you're out in Klerksdorp, your temperatures 16 and 29. Kimberley, times of sun and clouds today, 18, reaching a high of 32, with Bloemfontein starting off at 14, reaching a high of 28. Richards Bay, expect a light drizzle over there today, 18, reaching a high of 24, with heavy rainfall on the cards for Pietermaritzburg, 16, reaching a high of 22. Durban, a couple of showers over there, 20, reaching a high of 24, with occasional rain for Mthatha, 14, that's your low, reaching a high of 23. East London, rainy day, 17, peaking at 22, with thunderstorms expected out in Craddock today, 15, reaching a high of 31. If you're out in Port Elizabeth, expect that northeasterly wind. It's going at 24 kilometers per hour, and your temperatures are 18 and 24. Georgia, sun and clouds, 16 and 23, with heavy rainfall expected for Sutherland, 12, reaching a high of 25. I'm talking about thunder showers over there. Cape Town, 18, reaching a high of 26, with a northwesterly wind. It's going at 16 kilometers per hour. That's for Worcester, 16, reaching a high of 31. The lowest temperatures in the country today, Springbok, 11, reaching a high of 28. But the highest temperatures in the country, a very warm day out in Uppington, 19, reaching a maximum of 36 degrees. And that's where we leave it for now. The next report in just over half an hour. No matter what it's looking like in your part of the country, come on, go out there, make it a feel-good type of day.
Well, when it comes to gifting on the show, I think we're really trying to sort everybody out. Yesterday was all about personalized gifts. I mean, we all got T-shirts and personalized eyeshadow. Have you ever in your life?
I wasn't here yesterday. Why didn't we?
Oh, sorry, you missed out. Oh,
come on, man.
That's awkward. All right, but anyway, today we are talking about other gifting ideas, and this time it's one that's equally personal but really beautiful to get. It's all about perfumes.
Oh,
and of
nice.
course, we'll chat about that after the break. Coffee?
Yep, we're gonna. I'm dying for a coffee here. And of course, we're going to be
Great
back
Arabica
in
beans, McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Can I help you guys?
I'll take it. Dion Wired, where humans go for technology.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, Christmas is a time to celebrate. It's a time for generous giving. And this Christmas, Woolworths has you covered, literally. Now, perfume is a festive gifting staple, but choosing something so personal for someone else can be very tricky, especially when there are so many beautiful bottles and fragrances vying for your attention. So today, to teach us how to choose a perfume and talk about perfume fragrance profiles, we have our very own Laura Naidu from Woolworths in studio. Laura, when I say very own, we might as well adopt you, hey, as one of us.
Yes.
How are you doing this morning? It smells beautiful in this room. So when it comes to choosing a perfume for anybody other than my mom, I struggle, whether it be a friend, a cousin, or aunt. What exactly does one need to take into consideration when buying a perfume?
Yes, so fragrance is a very difficult gift.
Yes.
Because it is a personal preference and everybody has their own opinion of what they do like and what they don't like. And the thing about fragrance is that it smells different on everybody's skin. So it will probably smell different on you, and smell different on me, because of the actual pH. My recommendation for you is that if the person you know that you're gifting well, if it is a very outgoing person and an active person, then get them something citrus.
Okay.
So something that's light and fresh and floral. And if it's an older woman, then I would suggest something classic. So a modern or a rose or a classic rose. So it depends on the profile. And then if it's men, I would advise something spicy or woody. So if it's a man or woman, based on their personality. So if they're outgoing or they prefer to be indoors or they're the active person, and that's the best way in which you would be able to pick a fragrance for them.
What are the basic fragrance profiles of a perfume?
Okay, so each perfume has a top note, a middle note, and a base note.
Okay.
Your typical top notes will be floral or fruity notes.
Okay.
So if you smell this fragrance, this is Issey Miyagi Rose, one of our hot on the season fragrances. And the first note you will get is your floral and your fruity.
Yes,
So you will
yes.
get your rose, that being the main top note.
Yeah.
And then it will develop into a very juicy fruit. So you'll smell some raspberry and some red fruits. And then on the middle note, you'll have a little bit of citrus, you'll get your florals, and then your base is where the spice comes out. So it's warm. So it's a warm, fruity, floral fragrance.
Okay.
And warm, fruity, floral. So fruity and floral being your main families, backed up by your spicy, your florientals, your orientals, and then your fuchsias. And citrus.
That's absolutely amazing. So where's the best place? Okay, so when it comes to perfumes, sometimes I don't take the best care of them. Where's the best place to store them so that you make sure that they stay their best?
Okay, so for the olfactive, to get the best sense out of the olfactive profile of a fragrance, I would suggest that perfume should be stored away from direct sunlight and away from direct light. So I know fragrance is beautiful and you want to display it in your bathrooms or in your bedrooms. I would suggest away from humidity, away from heat, and away from direct light. So the best place is in your cupboard, in a dry, dark space.
Yeah. So many years ago, I made a big mistake with perfume. I got a new perfume. I won't say which brand because it is here right now. And I went to school and I remember spraying myself from here to Timbuktu. But it was one of those really heavy scents. And let me tell you, you could smell me from one end of the schoolyard to the other. It was too pungent. What is the correct way to wear a perfume?
So the best way to wear your perfume would be on your inner wrist. So on your wrist is where you would apply. As so.
Okay.
The most common practice is for a rub and a dab, which is not the best way to wear your perfume. So you spray on, and you let dry, and you spray on the inners of your neck.
So I've been doing it wrong my whole life.
Yes.
I've been out
Rubbing
here.
the fragrance bruises the fragrance. So it creates a friction of a heat, and the natural enzymes on your hand alters the olfactive profile of your fragrance.
Oh, wow.
So you're actually doing an injustice to the scent.
See, we're
so it's
learning
best to
every step of the way.
apply, no rubbing, no dabbing.
Okay. And then, of course, before we have to close, hot products.
Yes, hot on the season. So I spoke to Issey Miyagi Rose, so perfect for women. And for him, Wood. So this is a very spicy fragrance for men, so it's a warm, spicy fragrance. Also hot on the season is Elisab Royal. A beautiful citrus, fresh for summer. So it's the top notes with the citrus of a mandarin top note. So fresh florals. And then the last one is Nevada. So for the man, a beautiful aromatic fuchsia. Lovely fragrance to gift.
Lovely fragrance to gift. Well, there you go. We've got great news for you because we are giving away a 2,000 Rand Woolies voucher. If you want to win this fantastic prize, all you have to do is go to Expresso's Facebook page and comment on the post by posting a screenshot of your Woolworths online basket to show us what you would buy with your 2,000 Rand voucher. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com, but hurry, the competition closes today at midnight. You smell amazing.
I've been wondering what's been missing from my life. This deep hole that I just can't seem to fill, a hole devoid of joy, is now overflowing. Why? Because Zola Nene, my absolute favorite, my Zulu princess, is back. So when you're not busy, developing internationally award-winning cookbooks and hosting a number of different shows and being an awesome influencer, of course you are judging the Taste Master SA. And I would imagine having a blast because the contestants are pretty strong, especially at this stage.
It was a great pool of contestants, absolutely. All very talented, all really just lovely individuals. So it's been a pleasure. It is a pleasure to be judging.
Yeah, and really creative and also different as well, which is cool. And one of them, of course, is destined to become the new resident foodie on Afternoon Express. Something you know all about, being a resident foodie. So you're making
back
something.
to my old stomping ground. I love it.
I know, it's
great
very
to be
cool.
back with the family.
And hopefully you feel the love. I think you know how much you are loved.
Listen, even if family leaves, they're still part of the family. So whenever you come back home, it feels like
You're
home.
not
I love it.
estranged, okay?
I
But
love it.
what I love the most is because the one thing we battle with our foodies on this show is getting them to cook. Stop talking and cook, okay? I will talk, you cook.
Yes.
But you've jumped right in there.
Oh,
you are
you know.
making, and you've called it yourself, a quirky chicken and grape
Casserole,
casserole.
yes.
Is it quirky because it's got grapes in it?
It's quirky because people think that it's an unusual combination.
It is an unusual
but
combination.
But it is so delicious. It's like got a sour and sweet taste to it, so try it. Try it, and especially now because grapes are, you know,
They're so
in
hot
season.
right now.
Exactly.
And we get these beautiful sugary, almost, I know Woolies have almost a candy floss flavoured grape, which
Exactly.
is ridiculous.
And but it's got to be a
tastes just like-
seedless grape. Just make sure it's a seedless grape because you don't want your guests spitting out the pips
Note to self, yeah.
while eating this casserole. Okay.
They're very healthy, but not great to eat in a casserole. Okay, so what I've noticed, you've browned off your chicken
Yes.
first.
So chicken seasoned with salt and pepper and a bit of flour, just regular cake flour, and then brown
do
it
you
in
roll
some...
it? Do you roll it in the flour?
Yeah,
to
just
give
dust
it a
it in the
coating?
flour,
Okay.
and that's going to help our stew or casserole thicken up.
Okay.
Take it out.
Clever.
And this is one of the, from my book, it's one of the one-pot wonder recipes, right? So cleaning up is not anyone's favorite thing to do. So this is a way...
I
avoid that
I
for
cook
yourself.
on like a tiny little, I don't even have an oven at home. I've got like a tiny little 2-plate hob thing that I use.
okay.
So I'm a one-pot wonder.
So this
okay,
is perfect for
me.
you.
I need it.
Perfect for
I need it.
Yes. So once the chicken comes out, in with some onions. So these are red onions. You could use any onions you wanted.
Okay.
Sliced garlic.
Okay.
Some thyme, and then I've just deglazed because you want all
Okay.
that flavor from the
So
chicken.
you want to take everything that got caramelized onto the pot back into the sauce.
That's it. So
Okay.
deglaze with some white wine. If you're not doing white wine or alcohol, you could actually use grape juice.
Oh, wow.
And then a bit of stock
Continuity, yeah.
as well, because we have to cook the chicken, obviously, in something. And then our delicious grapes. You can cut them in half if they're really large ones, but these are
And quite a few
beautiful
grapes as well. They're not just there for
bite-size.
like show. They're,
No, this is
a big
flavor. Yeah, so
component.
this is going to give us the sweet and sour note because that's what grape flavor is. It's got a bit of tang and a bit of sweetness.
Yeah, well, obviously they have the sugar in, but they're going to give you that
That's exactly
zing.
right. Okay, so then I'm going to go back in with the chicken.
Okay.
And then you can cover this with a lid and then leave it to simmer, or you can pop it into the oven at 180 degrees and let it do its own thing while you're cleaning the house, washing up.
Are you still so when you
did make
that you didn't do earlier? So, have you cooked the chicken partially with the browning, and then you need to cook it through with the casserole, or is it already cooked?
So the chicken is just brown, so you can see
Okay.
it's still got. You can see right by the bone, it's not really cooked yet because we're going to
Okay,
cook
so
it in the
you
juices
still
of
need
the
to
grape.
cook it through.
That's
Okay.
exactly it. And then a bit of salt, obviously, because you want to season as you go, just to build flavor. And then, like I said, cover it with the lid, leave it to simmer. It'll take about 25 minutes, depending on how big your chicken pieces are. Uncover it, then at the end, add some chopped parsley for a
Okay.
flourish of green. Depending on how sweet your grapes are, you may have to add just a sprinkling of sugar just to balance it
Really?
out. Yeah,
Okay.
so taste it just before you serve it and see if you do need to adjust it. But usually the grapes are sweet enough. And then your beautiful
You
chicken
arrive
and
at
grape
this.
casserole.
And we've served it with some rice here, but I suppose you could go any different direction. There. That's
Absolutely.
absolutely amazing. So the keyword is chicken. You SMS chicken to 33728, and we will send you this ingenious, very quirky ingredients list. And you too can be creating your own quirky chicken and grape casserole.
Exactly, and it's a delicious one. It's actually a really great option for Christmas because you can make it in advance. You can eat it warm, hot, or cold. So that's
Really?
always a bonus, depending on how the weather treats us this Christmas season. But yeah, a delicious one. Please try it.
Please try it. And you say you've got lots of these kind of
I've got
one-pot
lots
wonders
of
in there.
one-pot wonders in there. I've got recipes from my travels in there.
Oh.
Yeah, so, and all of them with a story. So a story behind why it's in there, because obviously I create so many recipes. There's a reason why I put these particular ones in this book.
She's got the I'm so lonely
don't
leek
stop.
casserole in there as well.
Never gonna let me forget.
I love it where you're cooking for yourself, cooking for a whole host of people. Some amazing, absolutely awesome and nostalgic recipes. And Simply Zola also, I think, painting the picture of this incredible year that she's had. You want to get your hands on it. So if you're feeling a little bit lucky this morning, we would like to give you this opportunity. You can stand a chance to win one of 2 copies of Zola's latest cookbook, Simply Zola. All you got to do is SMS the keyword book, your full name and your surname to 33728, and you'll be entered into a randomized automated draw. It's going to cost you just $1.50, no free SMSs apply. But you can find all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. And again, if you want that recipe list sent to you this morning, you got to SMS the keyword chicken to 33728. I'm going to have a little taste of this quirky chicken dish as you go to a break. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day.
Apply for your American Express Gold or Platinum card and get 20% off your food bill, or a complimentary appetizer, or a free bottle of wine every time you use your card at participating taste restaurants around the country. Apply now at americanexpress.co.za.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live right here on SABC3. In a world of crazy news and fake news, it's hard to tell what is real and what is not. So we're going to see if we can spot the real headlines amongst the fakes. And Leanne says, dramatic, dramatic. Well, ladies, I'm going to give you the rules. I'm going to read you two news headlines. One is real and one is fake. I want you guys to tell me which one of the stories is real and which is fake.
Okay, cool.
All right.
We can deliberate. It's not a competition.
No, you can't. It's a competition.
Oh,
You're going
wow.
up against each other. You are going up against each other. All right.
okay,
You
cool.
ready for it?
All right.
Story number one. A guy gets caught cheating after girlfriend spots activity spike at 4 a.m. on his fitness watch. And the second story, 83% of men agree that if they cheat and their partner doesn't find out within a year, then it's okay.
It's the first one.
like
the
the
guys
first
probably
one-
believe that to be true. The second one.
So
I
which-
feel like
which-
this one
which
is
one-
fake.
No, I feel like the first one is real.
Let's start with Zola.
Okay.
I say the one with the watch activity is fake.
Is fake. So
Yeah.
the real one is about the cheating.
The cheating
If
for a year,
it goes.
I think
it's
so.
Okay. And Leanne,
I feel like the first one is real news.
the one about the activity spike at 4
Yes,
a.m.
yes.
Well, the correct story, the real story here, says that thanks to modern technology, it's now harder than ever to cheat and get away with it. That's the
Well
story.
done,
Jane's
Lee.
ex-boyfriend forgot that he had synced up his
my
watch with her so that they could keep each other motivated when working out. And when Jane took a look at his fitness summary, she noticed a spike in physical activity at 4 a.m., which was a little unusual. Needless to say, the rest is history, and so are they.
Wow, that's
Right.
Yo,
What
you think
a wow.
technology
You
is
wouldn't
for
think.
you?
You
Careful.
wouldn't think it. Here's another round of it. Story number one. Funeral in Germany ends on a high as hash cake is accidentally served.
Oh,
hash cake.
Hash cake is accidentally served. And of course, the funeral ends on a high in that instance. And story number two. Small Colombian town erupts with the giggles as cannabis farms goes up in smoke.
Oh, that's a tougher one.
Right, which one do you
I
think
like that
is
the
real?
funeral one is true.
real news.
Yeah, because I feel like one of the young cousins was playing a prank.
And they accidentally
And they
snuck it
snuck
into
in the-
Yeah, I
the,
feel like
the
the first one
ingredients.
is real news. Yeah.
You think
I
so?
agree.
All right, both ladies agreeing. Well, the real headline says police say a funeral in eastern Germany ended on an involuntary drug high when mourners were accidentally served hash cake. One of the guests admitted that she took the wrong cake out of the freezer at home. She accidentally brought her teenage daughter's hash cake that was made for a very, very different occasion.
Wow.
These things do happen.
They do. A funeral that ends on a high.
Happen. You wouldn't want to be there. Here's another set of stories here. Story number 1. Leanne's like, wouldn't you? No, you wouldn't want to be there, okay? You wouldn't want to be there.
Next one.
Next story. Couples say that they are comfortable talking about poop are the happiest couples. So couples that say that they are comfortable speaking about poop are the happiest ones. And story number 2, 62% of women admit that their partner's hygiene habits almost ended their relationship.
Wow, I feel like both of those are true.
Yeah, because
I feel like a couple that can
talk about your poo. Like, that's
with your
weird.
partner.
That's weird about it with anyone except your doctor.
And
Like,
you,
don't
so
talk about poo. That's
you
weird.
comfortably chat about it.
I talk about
No, you don't chat about it,
anyone
guys.
about it.
You chat about your bowel movements. That's
do you do that?
my friend.
Yeah.
You don't do that, I'm
No,
guessing.
I don't talk about my poo in general. I mean,
To
everyone.
anyone?
No.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not shy to have toilet activities within a relationship. No.
Yeah. So which
but
story?
I don't discuss it.
Happy place.
Yeah, but I don't discuss it.
So which of the 2 stories do you, Zola, think is the real story?
They both do sound real, but I think that the second story is the real story.
And Leanne?
Yeah.
About the hygiene.
I know a lot of couples that are manky that are still together. I'm going with the first one. It's real news.
Well, here's the real headline. Apparently, it's totally healthy to talk about bathroom politics with your significant other.
Yeah.
And a new study shows that a couple that talks about poop together stays together.
What are you discussing about poop with your partner?
They're saying here that you are by no means obligated to dispel more information than you're comfortable with. But having the poop conversation can make for a more relaxed, more intimate and more hilarious union. That's what they say here.
There we go. Baby, I'm coming out to talk about the poop. That's so weird.
Join us next week as we try and unpack what's real and what's not in the world where it can be sometimes confusing. Right now, though, time to see what's happening in the real news.
It's a 2.
It's a real news indeed. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa says it was the Tutuka power station in Mpumalanga he was referring to when he mentioned sabotage as contributing to the need for load shedding. The president said there will be no leave for key Eskom staff members until January to ensure that South Africans have no load shedding on Christmas Day. And former SASSA head Edward Makiwane and other top government officials appeared in the Kimberley Regional Court yesterday on charges including fraud. They are alleged to have swindled around 700 million rand from the government. And on the international front, security forces ended a deadly attack at a hotel in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, after a 7-hour battle that left at least 3 civilians and 2 soldiers dead. The 5 attackers, said to be members of Al-Shabaab, were killed in the firefight. And then voters in the United Kingdom will today cast their votes in the country's 3rd general election in less than 5 years. By tomorrow morning, the world should know which side will form Britain's next government. And then finally, South African opera star Priti Yenda was awarded the prestigious Order of Knight of the Italian Star at a ceremony at the Italian consul in Cape Town on Tuesday afternoon. Now, the Italian ambassador to South Africa, Emmanuel Polio, in his speech referred to her as both a daughter of South Africa and of Italy. At the age of 34, she's the youngest South African ever awarded this esteemed honor. Yende made a professional operatic debut at the Latvian National Theatre in Riga as Michaela in Carmen, and has since been seen at nearly all of the major opera houses of the world, including the Metropolitan Opera, Teatro alla Scala, Covent Garden, and many others. Now, Yende rose to the top of the opera world at an unparalleled pace, and we are so proud of her. And that's where we leave you news for this morning. Let's take a world of sports with Graham.
So after weeks of speculation, it has been confirmed officially as of yesterday that former Proteas captain Graham Smith has been appointed as the acting director of cricket for Cricket South Africa. On to rugby, Springbok trio Peter Steph Tutoy, Herschel Jantjies and Dylan Lates. They were the big winners at the Western Province Rugby Awards that took place earlier this week. On to Sevens, Springbok women's Sevens coach Paul Delport has named 6 debutants in his Mbokoro squad for the Cape Town Sevens, which kicks off tomorrow at the Cape Town Stadium. Their first match up against against New Zealand. In football, defending PSL champions Mamelodi Sundowns came from a goal down to beat Stellenbosch FC 3-1 at Loftus last night. And a little further afield, our UEFA Champions League football resumed last night with Man City thrashing Dynamo Zagreb 4-1 and Bayern Munich beating Tottenham Hotspur 3-1 at the Allianz Arena. But City, Spurs and Bayern now all advancing to the round of 16. We'll expand on those headlines one more time in about a half hour.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's take a look at what's happening on the roads in KwaZulu-Natal, Durban. On the N2 northbound, there are mudslides before the Spaghetti Junction due to the rain. Now, heavy congestion can be expected in both directions, so please use an alternative mode of transport this morning. In Gauteng, Maritzburg, there has been an accident on the N1 northbound between Gordon Road and 14th Avenue. Now, traffic is bumper to bumper and heavy delays are expected, so please be patient on the roads this morning. And then on the Metro Rail Cape Flats line, there's an extended travel time of about 20 to 30 minutes on the Cape Flats line due to current infrastructure conditions and sets out of service. And that's where we leave your traffic for this morning. Let's take a look at the weather with Kutle.
It's definitely not Kuhle, but Uncle Tabsy with a final look almost at your temperatures across the country. We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Quinton Frank, thank you very much for sending in this beautiful blue skyline from the N1 route in Cape Town, where sunny to partly cloudy conditions are expected today with pleasant temperatures reaching a max of 26 degrees. Andrich Pedro sent us this incredible sunrise from Tsitsikamma in the Eastern Cape, where partly sunny conditions are expected with a couple of showers this afternoon and a thunderstorm in the evening, reaching a maximum of 24 degrees. Of course, you still have a chance before 8 o'clock to get your pictures through to us. Expresso Morning Show SABC3 on Facebook. Those temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane, thunderstorms are expected over there, 14, reaching a high of 27. And if you're out in Mbombela, 16, that's your low, reaching a high of 25. And if you're out in the capital city, I'm talking about Pretoria, 16, reaching a maximum of 28. Johannesburg, occasional rain over there for you, 14, reaching a high of 26. With Mahikeng starting off at 17, peaking at 31 today. Times of sun and clouds out in Klerksdorp, 16 and 29, with Kimberley starting off at 18 and reaching that high of 32. Bloemfontein, 14 and 28, with a light drizzle expected out in Richards Bay, 18, reaching a high of 24. Pietermaritzburg, expect some heavy rainfall today, 16, that's your low, reaching a high of 22. And a couple of showers are expected out in Durban today, rainy day, 20, reaching a high of 24. It's rainy times in Mthatha as well. Occasional rain, 14. That's where you start off, peaking at 23, with rain in East London as well today, 17 and 22. Thunderstorms are expected out in Craddock, 15. That's your low, peaking at 31, with a northeasterly wind. It's going at 24 kilometers per hour. That's for Port Elizabeth, 18, reaching a high of 24. George, 16. That's where you start off, reaching a high of 23, with heavy rainfall out in Sutherland today, 12, reaching a high of 25. I'm talking about thunder showers. Cape Town, 18 and 26. And if you're out in Worcester, you've got that northwesterly wind. It's going at 16 kilometers per hour. 16, that's your low, reaching a high of 31. And the lowest temperatures in the country today, that's Springbok, 11, reaching a high of 28. And the highest temperatures in the country, Uppington, your low is 19 and your high is 36. The next report will be in just over half an hour. In the meantime, get those pictures through to us on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3.
Get those pictures coming in. We want to see more of the sunshine. But you know who's bringing the sunshine today? Mama, you are looking gorgeous.
Thank you.
I don't get to speak to you in the beauty room today.
Yes.
But flirty, fun, sexy, summer ready.
Summer ready, because summer is here and we need to talk about the 5 weeks of newness
Absolutely.
that Woolworths has. It's all about updating key pieces in your wardrobe ahead of the summer season.
Elevating it, that's the name.
Right.
Elevating it into the new. And of course, this is all inspired by creator Radeba, Miss Radeba, Nandi Radeba. And she's going to be Lady Radeba rather, and she's going to be telling us, and Taryn Apple is here as well, to tell us how we can just mix and match, keep it flirty, keep it sexy for our resort style into the new after the break, so don't go anywhere.
Nice.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC3. Welcome to it. If you've just joined us, don't worry. We've still got all of the summer feels coming up right now. We are starting to feel the heat. We really are, which means that summer is officially here. And what better reason to update your wardrobe than with easy-to-wear pieces in punchy colors and summertime prints. Now you can, because it's week 3 of 5 when it comes to the weeks of newness at Woolworths, which means that a brand new limited edition capsule from the hashtag Into the New campaign is available in-store and online right now.
Oh, yes. And with us today, we have fashion director and stylist Taryn Oppel to introduce us to the all-new Retro Resort collection. But first, let's take a quick look at episode 3 featuring Naledi Radebe called Summer Sunsets.
I love to spend this time of the year in the warm sun at home. It's when I catch up with my best friends and bond with my family. If you're not careful, it can all fly by, so it's important to slow down too. Ethereal, light, and easy pieces, that style feels exactly like summer to me. Clothes that can breathe, that are fun and colorful, with some eccentric touches. If you have good company, sweet vibes, and beautiful surroundings, you're likely to have the kind of enjoyable and memorable fun that summer is supposed to be about.
Wow, I really love that episode. Absolutely do. Her beauty, her voice.
Yes.
But let me tell us, why was Naledi chosen as the star of that particular episode?
So Naledi is a lifestyle content creator and a socialite at best. So she loves to spend time outdoors with her friends and family, whether it's on a yacht or at a holiday home by the ocean. So I think that the capsule is paired with her so well because of the lifestyle she leads and, of course, because of her love for summer styles. In the episode, you also see her with her best friend Eden, them hanging out at poolside and enjoying each other's company. So I think that the campaign shoots in the episode is quite authentic, having a real friend in the actual video.
True.
After last week with the Glam Collection, I thought you guys couldn't get anything better. But then this week we have Glam Resort, and I'm already seeing a few key items that is like popping. Tell me a bit more about this capsule.
So you've heard me say it so many times. I highly recommend shopping in capsules. You really do get more bang for your buck, more opinions, options when it comes to mixing and matching pieces together. And this capsule is no different. It really does have a variety of tops, bottoms, dresses in a predominant floral print on the bright yellow, like you can see on the dress and the shorts, and then also on a sort of black base like the dress and your beautiful skirt that you're wearing today. So in between, there's also plainer items like the shirt, black and white shorts, this really sweet little black dress, and then what's summer without swimwear? So you'll find a sort of 50s inspired retro full piece cozy that you can layer with your shorts and your shirt, and then also sort of a minimalist, modern, plainer sort of full piece in the bright popping highlighter yellow.
Love it.
Well, I do love, the prints and the florals and the bright colors. Sometimes it can also be a little bit tricky,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. I mean, you're pulling it off today. Very well. But absolutely. But I think that the color is what people might hesitate about a little bit. But that's what I love about it. I mean, summer is all about color. It should be embraced. And of course, you can break up all the color with the black pieces, with the white pieces, and also accessories like clashing your print and color with completely different color, but that complements the palette as well.
Absolutely. Do you want to give us a little visual representation of how to pair these beautiful, beautiful clothes together?
Of course. So I've got Lorian here. She's wearing your skirt. And I've taken...
She looks gorgeous.
And I've taken a little hint from the floral print with the yellow and paired it with an off-shoulder top. That's also available in the floral print as well. And then contrasted with some hardware, the gold on her buckle, her necklaces, and then paired with a very basic summer flat. I think she's super summer ready.
What I love about this is if you just take off those shoes and pop a heel on, you just elevate it into the newness of everything.
Ready for the night,
Ready for the night.
And Woolworths really does allow you to sort of embrace trends, but they also love you to win. I heard that there's this competition running where you can enter, you can just follow all the prompts on the Expresso Twitter and Facebook page, and you can win a 2,000 Rand voucher, so there really is no excuse to get those summer breezy items to stand out.
Wow, absolutely amazing. We're so ready. Well, summer is looking super bright and super breezy thanks to the limited edition resort capsule from Woolworths, #Into the New campaign.
Make sure to get your complete resort look just in time for the holidays. It's coming up at selected Woolworths stores, online or on the Woolworths app.
Well, we do know that sending the ladder back down and empowering others is such an important thing to do, especially in the creative industry where breaking in can be very difficult, can be a really tough industry to crack. And that's why founder and fashion label Mantsu Palesa Mokobung rose to the challenge to mentor 10 budding young fashion designers from the Eastern Cape through a fashion mentorship program.
A brilliant one that aims, I think, to culminate with them showcasing their designs at an actual fashion show at Hemingway's Mall in East London tomorrow. So all of this forms part of the annual Buyelekaya. I don't know if I said that.
Buyelekaya.
Buyelekaya Pan-African Festival. Absolutely love that. Now taking place at the Buffalo Park Cricket Stadium this coming weekend. It's going to be an explosion of creativity.
Since 2009, the Buyelekaya Festival has given a creative boost to the province of the Eastern Cape, and this year sees a fashion designer and entrepreneur, Palesa Mokobung, making her own contribution to the festival through a fashion development mentorship program. So Palesa, as someone who's walked the same journey as these young designers, why would you say it's important for you to be part of this program?
Because as a young designer, you need as much input from people who've walked this path. This is the time when you make the most mistakes. This is the time when you need to be taught how to, under-design. When you're a young designer, you have an urge to prove yourself, and sometimes they go overboard. There are a lot of lessons to learn right now.
Talk to us more about the theme that you gave your mentees.
I asked them to design 3 looks that were inspired by 2 different tribes, so a South African tribe and any other tribe from the continent. And then we will choose a ready-to-wear look as well as a high fashion look. Buyelekaya is perfect because they've done this before, and you need a formula for this sort of a thing. You're dealing with people's lives. You're taking them from Eastern Cape young people and you're bringing them into the jungle of Johannesburg, and you need a program that sort of cares about the students' well-being as well as their futures.
What do you personally want them to take away from this experience?
Learn new things, new technical things, new ways of solving technical problems when you're making clothes. I wanted them to be able to take an idea, a concept, produce it and see the end product. And I wanted them to be in the presence of somebody who has done it.
The fashion world is now starting to wake up to African fashion. So the fashion development program is really meant to expose the young designers in the Eastern Cape as part of the larger vision of the Buyelekaya Festival. Since 2016, we have had about 28 of them come through to the program. We would like to see them actually build viable businesses in design, and more preferably in the Eastern Cape. We like to actually show these kids that they can actually build the textile industry in the Eastern Cape, the fashion industry in the Eastern Cape, and actually be global from the Eastern Cape.
What I've learned from this past 10 days was how to construct my patterns and how to sew a lot of things that I didn't know from school. I never thought of my things being showcased at a fashion show somehow. This is actually a kickstart. I want to be known.
Mrs. Palesa, when we got here, we had to present our designs. She was like, you know what, guys, express yourselves. Be more of you, more than anything else, because that's you. And I also learned to work fast, to work hard. I'm from a province whereby we have very little to offer. So when we are showcasing our designs on a very big platform like this one, it's a door opening for me as an aspiring designer. So it means a lot to me, and it's a privilege and an honor to be amongst this. It's really not easy. So I urge each and everyone who's actually an aspiring designer to work hard, find people who are willing to work with you.
I've learned like designing skills, marketing skills, know your own worth, know your own stand, know who you are, what you're design about, be sure about your story, be sure about your customers. I'm really proud that they're my first design I'm showcasing at my home province. My main focus is on textile, then design. We know the world is facing global warming. I want to design like textile which will accommodate the weather. And I'm ready to be in the fashion industry. I'm ready to go get it.
I heard about the competition 2 days before the competition from my lecturer. I was even shocked to be in the top 10 finalists because I didn't trust myself. Like being chosen and knowing that I'll showcase my 2 designs, it's a big opportunity. I've learned to work under a lot of pressure, to use the given space, no matter how small it is. I've learned not to waste time.
Students will be showcasing alongside myself, Makosa, Imprint from Cape Town, and Fred Iboka. So it should be really exciting for them.
For a young fashion designer sitting at home right now watching this and wanting to become part of such a program, what words of advice do you have for them?
You need to study, first of all, if you want to be in a program such as this. We did not take people off the streets. These are students. Get yourself into a construction class or a pattern making class, and if your school doesn't offer such a program, find out from other schools if they do and see how you can be a part of the program that they have at their school. But you've got to go out looking for them. They're not going to come and find you.
It's so lovely and inspiring to see someone as established as Palesa send the ladder back down and really give so much in terms of fashion knowledge and industry experience to these budding creatives. If you want to see the fruits of this program and you're in and around the East London area, make sure you catch the fashion show at the Hemingways Mall on the 13th of December.
Wow.
And beautiful stuff. Buyela Kaya.
Yeah. You know, we need more things like that where people mentor young talent, especially in industries where it's so hard to get in. Like the fashion industry is such a competitive, challenging one. So it's so wonderful to see someone actually take them under their wings and, of course, help them establish
But the flip side of that, if you're a young creative in any industry, whether it's TV, whether it's design, go and look for a mentor. Ask for advice. You'd be amazed at how easily you can win a person over by showing them the respect of asking for their advice.
Taking initiative.
Yeah, take initiative. It's not always just waiting to be given the opportunity.
Invest in your talent.
No, completely. I love that.
Kind of have to get out there. Yeah, because
and then also be really good because the design was really good.
Yeah, they're going to be quite cutthroat. A mentor is not going to come and break into your house. You have to go out and find one. Okay, we're going to take a break. After the break, we're spinning the wheel and making yet another winner this morning. We'll see you after this.
Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 Rand. Hashtag share the goodness. Made with love by Clover.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. And it's the moment that we've all been waiting for. Our animal lovers have all been waiting for. Now, this week, we are giving away amazing prizes with the Hills 5 Days of Giveaways competition. Earlier on, we asked you to SMS the keyword Hills for a chance to spin the wheel and win big with Hills. And now it's time to get spinning. And we have our lucky winner on the line, James Small.
Good morning, James. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm very good, thanks, man. Congratulations. You're already a winner, my friend, so well done on that. Now it's just about deciding what you are going to win with a spin of the wheel. So I'm going to ask you, first of all, do you have any pets at home? Presumably you do.
Not yet, but my daughter, she's 4 years old, she's been crying for a kitty, and we're moving to a new rental house.
Oh.
The 1st of Jan, so that's a good thing.
Perfect timing, my friend. Perfect timing. Well, hopefully we'll get a kitty-centric prize for you, courtesy of Hills this morning. Do you want Leanne to give it a hard, robust spin of the wheel, or maybe a soft, more delicate spin? What do you think?
Give it a hard one.
Give it a hard, robust spin.
James.
In 3, 2, 1, go for it.
Here we go. All right, where will it land?
She gave it
What
horns.
will James win? Passing to
spin.
It's going to end on number 5. Yes, it is,
Called it.
James.
It's number 5.
You walk
Well
away
done.
with a cat ball, a cat scratcher, and a voucher for up to 5 kilograms of Hills pet food. Congratulations,
Well done, James.
Oh my God, thank you so much,
guys. Amazing.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. You called it, dude. I'm glad I asked you about the kitty thing because you've got a whole cat hamper coming your way, and 5 kilograms of kitty food will go a long way. So, James, go out there, buy that gorgeous kitten. Your daughter deserves it. Well done, buddy.
Thank you so much, thank you so much. You guys are the best.
Oh, man, that's how you do it. So still tons of amazing prizes to be given away. As you can see, a few numbers still left blank for you to score. And, of course, that lucky winner will be able to walk away with some amazing pet-related prizes as well, just like the winner of our grand prize of an entire year's supply of Hills pet food. So get entering, and all the best of luck.
Science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition. The secret to lifelong health? It all starts with science.
Well, we're stepping into the third and final hour of your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us this morning. Lots on the go still. Alan Committee has just walked into the building. You know it's going to be a laugh over here, over there, everywhere. And we're also going to be talking baby safety, water and swimming safety for the toddlers, something you need to be taking a look at, especially around this time of the year. Right now, though, it's time for us to find out what's happening in and around our world. It's time for the news.
Well, taking a look at your news headlines, President Cyril Ramaphosa says that it was the Tutuka power station in Mpumalanga that he was referring to when he mentioned sabotage as contributing to the need for load shedding. The president said that there will be no leave for key Eskom staff members until January to ensure that South Africans have no load shedding on Christmas Day. Former SASSA head Edward Makiwane and other top government officials appeared in the Kimberley Regional Court yesterday on charges including fraud. They are alleged to have swindled around 700 million rand from the government. Now moving further abroad, security forces ended a deadly attack at a hotel in Somalia's capital of Mogadishu after a 7-hour battle that left at least 3 civilians and 2 soldiers dead. The 5 attackers, said to be members of Al-Shabaab, were killed in the firefight. Voters in the United Kingdom will today cast their votes in the country's 3rd general election in less than 5 days. By tomorrow morning, the world should know which side will form Britain's next government. And then finally, South African opera star Priti Yende was awarded the prestigious Order of the Italian Star, Knight of the Italian Star, at a ceremony at the Italian consul in Cape Town on Tuesday afternoon. The Italian ambassador to South Africa, Emmanuel Polio, in his speech referred to her as, quote, both a daughter of South Africa and of Italy. Now, at 34, she is the youngest South African ever awarded this esteemed honor. Yende made her professional operatic debut at the the Latvian National Theatre in Riga as Michaela in Carmen, and has since been seen in nearly all of the major opera houses of the world, including the Metropolitan Opera, Teatro alla Scala, Covent Garden, Deutsche Opera Berlin, and many others. Yende rose to the top of the opera world at an unparalleled pace, and we are very proud of her indeed. Well, let's take a final look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
Thanks so much, Lee. Let's kick it off with cricket. And after weeks of speculation, it's now been confirmed that former Proteas captain Graham Smith has been officially appointed as of yesterday the acting director of cricket for Cricket South Africa. On to rugby. Springbok trio Peter Steph Tutoy, Herschel Jantjies and Dylan Lates were the big winners at the Western Province Rugby Awards that took place earlier this week. On to the shorter format. Springbok Women's Sevens coach Paul Delport has named 6 debutants in his Mbokoro squad for the Cape Town Sevens. That, of course, kicks off tomorrow at the Cape Town Stadium. Their first match up against the All Blacks, the winners in Dubai. Pretty tough one. Then bringing it back home for football, defending PSL champions Mamelodi Sundowns came from a goal down to beat Stellenbosch FC 3-1 at Loftus last night. And staying with football, UEFA Champions League, it resumed last night with Man City thrashing Dynamo Zagreb 4-1 and Bayern Munich completing the double over Tottenham Hotspur 3-1 at the Allianz Arena. But City, Spurs and Bayern have now all advanced to the round of 16. That draw for the fixtures will be taking place next Monday. And that's where we leave our sport for this morning.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's take a final look at what's happening on the roads in KwaZulu-Natal, Durban. There's a sinkhole on the M4 highway between Umhlanga and Sibaya. Now, the entire road is closed and alternative routes are in place, so please avoid the area until further notice. And then Gauteng Germiston on the N3 northbound, there has been an accident before the Geldenhuys interchange. Delays can be expected from the N12 Voortrekker exit, so please use an alternative route. And then on the Metro Rail Monte Vista line, there's an extended travel time of about 15 to 20 minutes on the Monte Vista line due to current infrastructure conditions and sets out of service. And that's a final look at what's happening on in the traffic. Let's take a final look at the weather. It's a beautiful Thursday indeed, and you're still locked to your Feel Good Breakfast show. Now, this morning we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures, so thank you so much to Anfred Dupreez for your beautiful sunrise from Keiamouth in Eastern Cape, and Natasha Smith for your incredible sunrise from Tankwa Karoo National Park, and then Leandri Meyer for your amazing skyline from Muizenberg, and Nombolelo Gama for your sunrise from Soweto, as well as Quinton Frank for your blue skyline from the N1 route in Cape Town, and then lastly Andrich Pedro for your incredible sunrise from Titicama in the Eastern Cape. And let's take a final look at the rest of the country. Starting off in Polokwane, thunderstorms are expected ranging from 14 to 27 degrees. For you, Umbumbela, it's 16 to 25. And if you're out in the Pretoria area, it's ranging from 16 to 28 degrees. Occasional rain can be expected for Johannesburg from 14 to 26 degrees. Mahikeng, 17 to 31. And for Klerksdorp, it's 16 with a high of 29 degrees. If you're out in Kimberley, it's 18 to 32. And for you, Bloemfontein, it is 14 to 28 degrees. Now, light drizzle can be expected for Richards Bay from ranging from 18 to 24 degrees. And heavy rainfall is also expected for Pietermaritzburg with a low of 16 and a high of 22. Now, a couple of showers can be expected for the friendly city of Durban with a low of 20 and a high of 24. And occasional rain expected for Mthatha ranging from 14 to 23 degrees. For you, East London, it's 17 to 22. And then thunderstorms expected for Craddock with a low of 15 and a high of 31. A northeasterly wind of 24 kilometers is expected for Port Elizabeth, ranging from 18 to 24 degrees. For you, George, it's 16 to 23, and heavy rain expected for Sutherland, ranging from 12 to 25 degrees. For the beautiful mother city, Cape Town, it is 18 to 26 degrees, and a northwesterly wind of 16 kilometers per hour can be expected for Worcester, ranging from 16 to 31 degrees. Now, the lowest temperature in the country can be found in Springbok with a low of 11 and a high of 28, and the highest temperature in the country can be found in Uppington with a low of 19 and a high of 36. Wherever you are, whatever the weather, make sure that you make someone smile today.
Well, the festive season is all that we're talking about lately, but every single day we're finding new ways to inspire ourselves and take our culinary abilities to a whole new level. And this time around, we're looking at snacks because, Kuhle, snacks are an important part of your festive season.
Absolutely.
An important part of your Christmas lunch in particular. Or just your weekends, because there's going to be every single day is going to start feeling like a weekend, right?
Yes.
But of course, when it comes to snacking, you kind of have to be careful. You can't just eat every single thing you can find, because what happens then, I don't have to spell it out, is that you're going to find yourself being a little bit jollier than Santa himself. But this time around, we're easing things up a little bit and giving you a clover cheese low-carb crackers recipe. It's a great one. You want to give it a go. We are going to give it a go. I've put this recipe together.
Okay.
Well, I didn't put it together. I have found this recipe and we're going to be making it. So if you want this recipe sent through to you, to your cell phone, SMS Clover to 33728. So
I can't wait to get started because it looks very interesting. I'm seeing some pumpkin seeds. There's chai seeds. We have coconut oil here. And
almond flour.
Almond flour, and then salt and pepper and boiling water.
That's all you need. So it's a very straightforward, uncomplicated set of recipes. Okay, so you're going to be mixing it up for us. So the first thing is we need your mixed seeds there. So if you can add those together, which is wonderful. Add your chia seeds as well. That's great.
Okay.
And then add your almond flour over there, which is fantastic. Why are we using the almond flour? Because we're looking for low carb. This is a great low carb
very
alternative.
Healthy snack.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely healthy. And then some coconut oil in there, please. Oh, lahlela, babe.
Very careful.
Galela, my love. Okay. And then, of course, you've got your...
What do I mix with, Chomi? This one or this one?
Yeah, you can use that. You can use this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, get that coconut oil in there. And then you need some boiling water. So throw in some boiling water so that you can mix it all to get that nice consistency going.
Yeah.
Boiling water.
So the whole thing?
Ooh, okay, that's enough boiling water. Nice. Okay, so you'll just mix it all up, mix it all up.
I feel like I put too much water.
I think you did too. But don't worry, because when you're baking it, the water's you're gonna leave it in the bowl for a while, for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's gonna just sort of suck up the water. So all of your seeds, the chia seeds, and of course the almond flour is going to suck up all of the water. Don't stress.
Don't stress. Because I want it to look exactly like this. And I feel like I'm not doing a great job.
It's gonna get there. Good things come to those who wait. So some salt and pepper, put that in there as well.
How much salt and how much pepper? Just a pinch? Or the whole thing?
Just to taste.
We want the whole thing.
No, we don't want the whole thing, just to taste, enough to taste. So what you're going to do is you're going to mix all of this up, and you'll notice that those chia seeds that we use, they're so tiny in the initial stage, right? Once you've got them in with the boiling water, is that they swell up so nicely and they become nice and big. They're like these fish eggs.
And it changes their consistency as well, because this one is a little bit more tied together, and this one is, or maybe it's because I put in a little bit too much water.
So it's gonna soak up. Don't worry. Don't stress about it. So the keyword once again is Clover to 33728. Now, of course, this is absolutely ideal to use in lunch boxes, on sandwiches, toasted sandwiches, or in delicious salads as well as meals. And of course, the range of Clover cheeses that we're going to be making use of here, it includes a variety of different cheeses ranging from cheddar, Gouda, Tassos, as well as white cheddar to feta as well. And of course, you can use the cheese for cooking, for baking, but also perfect for all those amazing snacks. And especially getting into this time of the year, those snacks are going to be quite popular. And if you do make those snacks, you too will be quite popular. All right, so you will leave this in the bowl so we can move this nicely.
This from,
Imagine it looked like this, and you didn't put all the water you can find in the water supply of Cape Town.
The chia seeds are going to soak them up, and it's going to be exactly like this after 15 minutes.
After 15, that's it. You've got that one. So after 15 minutes, it should look something like this, which is great. You let it sit there in the bowl for 15 minutes, and then what you do is you create these nice little bollikies, ne? Like this.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see.
And perhaps maybe you can be creative and make like different patterns.
You could try. You could try, but I mean, that's not the recipe I'm giving you. You can try one. and then we'll see who made which pattern at the end. So, of course, you'll do this. Nice little flat bollikies that you're getting in there. And then you're going to put this... Oh, my dear. My dear. Oh, okay, well, that new pattern style that you were trying, that didn't go well, did it?
It's abstract art. You don't need to understand.
But it should look something like what I've done here. You will put it in the oven for about 30 minutes until it's nice and brown and golden. It's beautiful. But of course, if you missed any of the steps involved, without paying too much attention to what she's done this morning, please take a look at this.
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares. Clover, for the love of cheese.
Made with love by Clover.
With the holidays coming up, it's definitely a good idea to have some carb-conscious options on the table. So why not try the Clover Cheese low-carb crackers as a delicious summer snack? Add a 1/4 cup of chia seeds to 2.5 cups of mixed seeds in a bowl. Next, add a 1/4 cup of almond flour, salt and pepper to taste, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and 1.5 cups of boiling water. Stir to combine and leave to sit for 20 minutes. Spread the mixture onto a lined baking tray and bake at 150 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. For the toppings, add 100 grams of crumbled Clover feta cheese to a bowl, followed by 2 tablespoons of your choice of pesto, and stir to combine. Spread over some of the cooled crackers and add a dollop of caramelized onions and grated Clover cheddar cheese to the others. And there you have it, a healthy low-carb snack to share with family and friends this festive season.
Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover, a healthy carb-free snack to share with friends, loved ones, and of course your family. Well done for effort.
Thank
A
you.
for effort.
Thank you.
For halala. But this is what it comes out looking like after you've put it in the oven for about half an hour.
Yum.
Looks so
I
yum,
love
and
how
I'm
brown
sure
it
it tastes
turned.
amazing too. In fact, I want you to grab one. We've got some nice herbs that we've put on there.
There's feta cheese,
there's feta cheese that we've
caramelized,
thrown on there. Caramelized. But listen, we're going to take a bite of this while you SMS Clover to 33728 and get the recipe sent straight to your phone. We'll see you after this.
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares. Clover, for the love of cheese.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day. I'm a Venus. It's my feel-good breakfast
Oh, I love it, man. That puts the spring in my step. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're live with Expresso. Time now for one of the most important conversations as a parent, certainly, but I think for any South African that you will ever have. With the busy summer season now upon us again, parents with their children will be flocking to the water to stay cool. Maybe it's a swimming pool, maybe it's a beach, maybe it's a river. Water safety should be at the very top of any parent's priority list, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. To chat a little bit more about water safety and give you some tips is the owner and swimming instructor of Ocean Reef Swimming Academy, Tamara Billymore. Tamara, welcome.
Morning. Thanks for having me here this morning.
Your work is so important. I know it's fun and fluffy, and we think it's such a cute thing. Certainly as a parent, it's such a beautiful experience to go through with your child. It can take up to 2 seconds. Boom, that's all it takes for a child to lose their life in water.
Yeah.
This is the most important conversation I've probably had all year. When we look at safety at home, because that's where it really does start, before we get to rivers and seas and riptides and all those crazy things, water safety at home, what should we be aware of?
Yeah, things that people often overlook. A simple thing like do not leave your children unattended in the bath. You know, cell phones are a distraction. We don't want to be on our phones. We'll quickly go check on dinner. Covering pools. Often, if you can have a fence, that's even better. Double protection. Water tanks, we've had a drought, so everybody's got water tanks at home. Definitely those need to be covered. Toilets need to be kept closed. Little shelves with water in. The list goes on. If there's no open piece of water.
Because I've heard, we heard reported on a story of literally a water bucket.
Yes.
A child drowning, so the water doesn't have to be deep.
No, it doesn't have to be deep. So a toddler can fall into a small amount of water. Once their face is submerged in the water, they're going to breathe in the water. It's going to go straight into their lungs, and it takes 90 seconds. 90 seconds for them to be unconscious. That's how quick it happens, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. So now let's move out of the home, and hopefully everyone's just now no open bodies of water anywhere in the house. Now we move away from the house. Public swimming pools and the ocean and rivers, I think generally they come with a bit of, you know, the danger attachment.
Dangers, yeah.
But often at the beach, we'll forget about our kids playing in the water. What do we need to be aware of around pools and beaches?
So we definitely shouldn't forget our kids on the beach. So the beach is going to be crowded. So never leave your children unattended. If they're going to walk to the water, I'm going to the water for a swim, Mom, I'll be back now. Watch them all the time. Again, get off your cell phone, watch them. At pool, also make them aware of where it's safe to swim. Rip currents, know where the lifeguards are. At home, or a public pool, they should know the depth of the pool, the deep side, the shallow side. Is it cold? And watch. Do not take your eyes off your children.
Completely, that should be the standard. When you hear about children being left at a beach after a busy day, it's unfathomable.
No,
and listen, I've jumped into cold water and literally had my breath taken away and needed to kind of come right there. So you can imagine for a child that's not used to that, can be a big thing. As someone who gets to deal with that beautiful space of parents and children learning to swim at a very young age, what are some of the misconceptions or the mistakes maybe that some parents make that you've come across?
I think the biggest mistake, parents overestimate the ability of their children in the water. A child can be able to swim, but we always say that your child is water competent and not water safe. So once again, we can't reiterate as much as possible. Watch your children at all times, whether you think they can swim, they can't swim, they've got armbands, they need to be watched. You can't leave them.
I think just think about it from your own perspective. I mean, we you know, water is not our natural state. We can all learn to swim, and as really young babies, we know that coming out of the womb, they are comfortable in fluid and can be in that space, but it's so dangerous. Maybe let's take it one step further. If we encounter someone that is drowning, especially a child, what should and can we do?
Okay, so there's twofold here, because if you're at a pool, obviously you want to... your immediate reaction is going to be jump in and save the child, but you need to think about, can you swim?
Okay.
A lot of our viewers possibly can't swim as a parent, so you need to find somebody that can swim. Obviously, get the child out as soon as possible. Never put yourself in danger.
Okay.
At the beach, again, don't just go in and try and rescue somebody that's drowning. You need to find a lifeguard.
I've been caught in a riptide trying to help someone swim, and he and I sat there for about an hour and a half until
riptides are a huge problem at the beaches, so you do need to be aware of the riptide. That's one of the things we're going to mention, is that the rip currents, you need to know where they are.
And that you can speak to people about all of these things, but I think the most important lesson here, vigilance. Never, ever, ever, ever stop watching your child around any body of water. Make sure that the water in your house is covered, even if it's just something as small as a water bucket or a toilet. Make sure it's covered and never leave your child unattended near water. Well, we're going to take you onto the beautiful side of this journey. I know it's been all doom and gloom, but we're going to introduce you to some gorgeous young swimmers that are taking those first few little strokes towards learning how to swim, and of course their parents as well. So stick around.
Oh, such an important topic to be having today. I'm really here for it.
Yeah.
Of course, it's summer season now, and this is one of the highest rates of deaths in the world. So, interesting topic for Baby Talk today. However, we're going to switch lanes a bit. The 1 Million Plus One campaign has been doing such a fantastic job in gathering foods to just provide meals for people that's starving throughout the country.
And this past weekend was their biggest one yet. I mean, putting together 100,000 meals. Here's Graham.
100,000 sounds like a lot. 100,000 meals packed in one day sounds even more daunting. But when it comes to supporting our most impoverished communities, knowing that we are going to be providing their children with the one nutritional meal they will receive all day, that is the only motivation we need to redouble our efforts and tackle the challenge head on. We are at Kenilworth Centre looking to take our meal tally total in our hashtag 1 Million Plus One meal campaign with Rise Against Hunger to over 200,000. But it's going to take a titanic effort from these meal packers. Everyday South Africans ready to stand up to be counted in the most meaningful way. Shanaz, what goes into these meal packs, these fortified meal packs nutritionally?
Okay, so the key component in the nutritionally balanced meals are the vitamins. There are 24 essential vitamins that the growing child needs. Therefore, we rest assured, if it's the only meal the child receives, the body is still receiving the nutrients so the child can develop like a normal child does.
Obviously, the meals fulfill one of your roles, but you look after the creches holistically. What do you do to support those ladies running these informal creches?
So we go out and we identify ladies that looks after the community's children, and we help her through a journey. We take her on, it's 2 to 3 years, sometimes 5 years, and at the end of the journey she's received teacher training, financial training, and so at the end of the day she becomes registered as a qualified educational institution with the Department of Social Development, and then we step away. Then our work is done.
There is something very rewarding about knowing that these fortified, nutritionally balanced meals that you've helped to pack with your own two hands are going to kids going through a critical phase of early childhood development. For us, the team behind hashtag 1 Million Plus One, the greatest validation has come from seeing young children, young people, high school learners themselves standing up to be counted.
There are many other things that I could be doing right now. But one thing that is very important to me is giving back to the community. Everything we get a lot. But giving back is not something that everybody does. So giving back is feels good to do.
Okay, today we're here to help fight the rise against hunger. As you all know that it's escalating, it's increasing year after year, and those who don't have enough stuff, food, basic food to eat. So we're here to help give these items because the most expensive thing is labor. So if we're here to give our labor for free, they can get their food for free. So that's why we're here.
Getting a community or a village, as we say, to mobilize to provide something that I think probably most of us take for granted, something as simple as one hot, well-balanced meal a day, requires a driving force. And in the case of Kenilworth Centre, one that shares a very special relationship with its community. Clearly, you share a very special relationship with your shoppers. What is it about the Kenilworth Centre shoppers, these everyday South Africans, do you think that keeps them coming back to support your efforts rising to the challenge?
So, Graham, we've been here for over 40 years. We are a community centre. We have our daily shoppers. They come, they congregate, they come and have lunch. They do their daily shopping for bread and milk, and so it really becomes part of life.
You have been supporting Rise Against Hunger for 10 years now. That's an incredible track record. You keep investing in social investment. Why is that? Why is Rise Against Hunger so important to you?
Yes, we are a commercial and a regional shopping centre, but we are also, more importantly, a community shopping centre. So Rise Against Hunger, it is key to our community. We are feeding the community. We won't stop what we're doing, so we'll go for another 10 or 20 years.
Today really has turned into the ultimate expression of pure love and generosity. Everyday South Africans, some young children, proving that we all can and should step in to take care of children living on the wrong side of a heartbreaking poverty line. 100,000 meals and counting, packed and ready to ship. That is truly remarkable. We are going to feed nearly 400 children for an entire year. A massive step towards our goal of hashtag 1 million plus one. And we say plus one because we will not stop looking for the next child that needs to be fed until we have filled every little belly. Now, I don't know if you guys heard me. I said 100,000! Yeah!
Amazing, amazing. Packed. This is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I'm always just like in awe, just seeing the number of people who come out in those communities to support this cause.
Yeah.
But, ladies and gents,
do you know who I'm always in awe of?
Go on.
The one and only
Ellen Committee! Yeah!
And if you want to know why Tabiso just sang that song, we'll be telling you more after the break.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, the Lion King fever gripped the world like crazy this past year. And funny man Alan Committee is following suit with his brand new one-man stand-up comedy show, The Lion King Circle of Laugh, currently playing at Cape Town's Theatre on the Bay. And he urges you to come along because if you're lucky, he will perform the entire opening sequence from the movie solo and play all. That's
only
wonderful.
if you're lucky.
But listen, I
Do you
play
want to give us a
No, I
snippet?
can't. No, I refuse to. But I will say this. No, I'm sorry. But I will say this. I'll play all the animals except the quagga because of legal reasons, and that's very important.
Okay.
I say that up front.
All right.
I'm in a loincloth, but it's not my loincloth.
Oh. Okay.
And I don't wear it in a place where you'd think I wear it.
Oh, wow.
And that's what makes this show really interesting.
You got
I
us.
can't give you any more details, but let that image sit very strongly with you.
Might have to come and uncover that ourselves.
That's
then.
what she said at one point.
But now, you know, the one thing about you, Alan, is that you always provide such a unique perspective on where the world is going and your place in the world. What kind of things are you reflecting on that have happened in 2019 and you sort of look back at now?
Well, listen, to be fair, this festive season show, I try and always do December, January. It's a brilliant look back at the 12 months, and then also to look forward.
Yeah.
With 2020, perfect vision. Is this going to be the year lying ahead? That's sorry to say lying, but that's going to take us into something more spectacular. And of course, you know, we started the year with load shedding. We're ending the year with load shedding.
Yes.
We have load shedding. We don't have load shedding. It is on. We isn't. It's gone from 4 to 6.
Yeah.
They don't usually use 3 and 5 because that would make things sound odd.
Yeah.
So that's very good. At least the government is thinking ahead.
about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I talk about, obviously, the load shedding. The other thing I've tried to do is make connections. This idea of circle of life is to say that I started the show at the beginning of the year doing Richard III, who was a Lion King.
Yes.
Okay.
And I've ended it with Lion King.
Okay.
And, of course, Lion King was 21 years old this year on Broadway.
Yeah.
And it was the first show I ever saw. And it's based on Hamlet, written by Shakespeare, which is Richard III's author.
It's a whole scientific numeric
circles
system
within
that you...
circles.
Yeah.
It's like the circle on Ladies' Mile that they've just introduced, which has 614 entrances and exits, and no one knows how to get in or out. There are people stuck in that circle today
As we speak right
who've been
now.
there for 4 months and never been able to get out.
Wow. And here we thought it was just a play on the name. You are
No.
a very, very
It works in
I
many,
love
many...
it. I love it. Well, this year gave you a lot of material.
Sure.
It would give any comedian a lot of material. What can we expect from the Lion King Circle of Life?
Well, one of the things we've got to now acknowledge is that many years ago, and you're both far too young to remember this, but if you told a lie, that was a thing of great shame and embarrassment.
Oh, yeah.
Now we celebrate it. Fake news, with the dishonesty, the corruption, it's something we put front and center.
Yeah.
And, you know, I always say this idea that facts are forever, but truth is fashionable. What's true for us today isn't necessarily going to be truth for us tomorrow.
Yeah.
Here's an example. How much milk might you drink in a day? When I was growing up, you used to have 8 or 9 glasses of milk an hour.
Wow.
We would have our own cow. Every home had their own cow.
Yeah.
And when I would leave the house, my mother would say, "Don't forget your jersey." And
Sorry, where did you grow up with cows for every home?
Yes.
I'm trying to understand.
You see, you got your jersey. You're still thinking about the home and the cow.
It's like,
I grew up in Thunderbell Park, which in Joburg. Yeah, it'll be lovely when they finish it. This was it was a town that was so small when we had the marathon. You just jogged on the spot.
Yeah.
But so this idea of fashionable truths, I look at relationships because I think that's the one place where we see a lot of, not necessarily deceit, but couch your truth. You can't always say what you know, when someone says to you, "Oh, I look really ugly in this photograph," you don't really go, "No, that is exactly what you look like." You can't say that. You've got to give a kind of more friendly answer. And so how do relationships work? I was lucky enough to do Defending the Caveman for so many years. And so I've been observing how do men and women work. We speed date now. You know, back in the day, your first date, you would just walk on a park in sunlight, not even in the same direction. You just meet, and then that was
that's it.
Second date, maybe a gentle push on the swing. For today, second date, you're swinging.
Yeah.
Whoa! I'm not wrong, though. Do you know what I mean? Things have speeded up quite a lot. So I unpack a little bit of that.
Well,
Listen,
this is
the
a very interesting show. The show. It's called The Lion King.
Yes.
It's quite an inspired name, it sounds
Bless
like.
you.
Will you be lying to audiences?
That's the job of the comedian. It's not necessarily to lie, but to couch truths in new ways. And so you embellish a little bit. But everything I say is based in truth or not. It's based in absolute lies.
And I think that's what is so refreshing, because if there's one thing that we've probably dealt with a lot is not being able to necessarily just say what's on your mind. You've constantly got to be so careful of stepping on people's toes. And that's where you come in. You can tell it like it is and just...
Well, in the old days, the court jester used to tell the king exactly what the story was. But he would always do it as a joke, as a laugh. And the king wanted to get angry, but then realized, no, I need to hear that perspective as well. And I think that's what the modern-day comedian gets to do. You stand on stage, or he or she can share exactly, as you say, speak the truth that no one else will, but couch it hopefully in a way that gives it a fresh perspective.
What do you think audiences are going to take out of the show?
Hopefully lots of laughter, stomach muscles that have been overworked, and fantastic energy into the new year, because we need to laugh.
I love it.
I think people we've stopped being connected as a world. Everyone's become quite tribal and closed in, and it's me versus them and binary.
And we take offense so easily.
Oh, so easily.
Can we calm down?
Exactly.
Well, this is beautiful. There's so many stories in the country every single day, and they all culminate in this show coming out, The Lion Lion King. It's called The Circle of Love. It's currently on at the theatre on the Bay until the 25th of Jan. Of course, tickets start from $100. Bookings are essential. You can make them or buy tickets on computicket.com. I think it's going to be the show to watch.
Oh, no, look at that.
Yeehaw!
Definitely
as
something
Leanne
to do
said.
for summer. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! But it's time for fashion. I don't know about you, but when I think about summer, I think about cocktails or maybe mocktails at sunset, hours of beach or pool time, or a holiday at a resort, bougie. But that's exactly the feeling we get from the limited edition retro resort capsule from Hoods. Hashtag Into the New campaign earlier, which is all about print and bold color. Now this time, fashion director and stylist Taryn is back to give the men something to get excited about this season. Hello.
Thank you, dear.
Hello. Again.
No, we love just the whole capsule idea is so clever. It just, especially for guys like me, you might not, a little uninitiated in the fashion ways, to be able to capture something like this, understand what's driving the trends and how best to utilize it for you and your own personal style. Absolutely brilliant. So we've seen color is massive. Print is massive this year, which is cool. Kind of push the boat out a little bit. Color is so important for the ladies. How do men get in on the train?
Well, you said it. First of all, do not be afraid of print. Yes?
Brave.
Yeah, be brave. We do see an abundance of bright colors in the menswear department, you know, at your disposal, which is awesome. But there really is an opportunity to inject some exciting print and pattern into your everyday summer wardrobe. When I think of resorts, I think of tropical prints and like earthy foliage, and you can find them on shirts, t-shirts, even swimming trunks.
I love the boardies. Those are on point.
You need those. You need those, and it'll go so well with your golf, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
But now you're saying print on print, which I actually love. But if you want to do like the print as a statement piece, what would you then pair it with?
So this is where color comes into play. And no, it's not the bright color that we spoke about earlier for women. For men, it's looking at calming pastels, like your golf.
Yes.
And also, you know,
on trend.
I'm on trend. Because someone dressed me.
And also, you know, those classic tones like grey and navy and sand and, of course, denim. So here we have some examples of how one print in your look is all you need to embrace the trend in a subtle way. And Woolworths does really have, you know, some awesome chino shorts, you know, the longer length chinos, an array of golfers and tees that you can easily pair with your print and sort of complement the print with what you're pairing it with.
I have to say, the prints are quite understated as well. You know, as understated as a print can be. It's not always just about blasting with color, but you've got those softer shades. Most of them, when you kind of compare the shading on that, it's not actually that in your face.
No, absolutely not.
Is it completely restricted, reserved for around the pool at a resort, or can you inject these in a more relevant and exciting way? Because summer, you want to kind of change the way that you're looking, update your look.
Totally.
Can you dress this outside of the resort environment?
Absolutely. So yes, obviously these prints gives us all the summer feels, but it's not only reserved for the holidays. I actually have two looks to show you why.
Yes.
So first we have Dylan.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Dol.
Hey, Dol.
Hey, buddy.
So he's got a printed sort of tropical shirt, and we've sort of taken that print and looked for the colors in there and then tied it all together with the rest of his look. So he's got his new neutral, which is navy, all the way through, and having his print be the hero. So
Very cool.
You can see him,
very sexy.
you know, sort of sundowners for the boys.
Yeah, man. You can wear this any day, every day.
Anytime.
Absolutely love it. And this is my kind of vibe. I've actually worn that very shirt on this very show and absolutely loved it.
Then we have
this
Aiden.
This is a vibe.
He hasn't quite gotten over the holidays and he's at the office. So he's wearing his tropical tee with his suit and pairing your suits with a pair of sneakers.
This is the end thing now. It's sexy, it's a vibe,
fresh,
it's
casual
trendy. Wow.
Very cool.
So
you used to pull this look off as well.
Yeah, this is very much my kind of vibe.
Yeah,
where you take
I
the
want to
edge
see you
off.
in that hair next time.
Yeah, no, completely. But the thing is, we've got, and it's not just being in Cape Town, but anywhere at the moment, when it's so hot and you want to kind of dress it up, you want to add something that's a little bit more chic, give yourself an edge.
Absolutely.
And you want people to remember you by the way that you look, especially in a business environment. Have a little bit of fun with it. Why must you just limit yourself to a crazy pair of socks?
He's not strict, he's looking cool, you know? And
very suave.
And what I love
very,
with the
very
last look
suave.
as well. If you just take that jacket off, you can just be like out and about. You don't have to look so formal, so it's a bit more casual. You can
Love
just play it up
swapping
with
out your restricted shirt with a really easy tee.
Absolutely.
Be brave, gentlemen. Have a little bit of fun with it, and we've got the opportunity to do that with some amazing prints, awesome color combinations. Hopefully, we've given you some inspiration, one way to continue that holiday feeling, even when it's all over. But let's not talk like that yet. We've still got our whole holiday ahead of us. For now, let's not get ahead of ourselves, because we still get to our hands on those resort-inspired prints just in time for this year's summer holiday, or for in fact, the last few weeks of work. Wear them, wear the prints. You can get the looks that you've saw today. Everything that we've displayed, the ones that are on our amazing models, are shopping at Woolworths, in-store, online, or on the app, which also visually gives you some great inspiration.
Nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. Buy any size of your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or sticker. Then follow the entry details on the pack and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs, steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers, or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes.
Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
How can you not smile when you hear that little giggle? Welcome back. It's Baby Talk right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, as I welcome my team. Yeah, guys, a very warm welcome. Of course, we've got swimming instructor tomorrow, Billy Moore here from, who's been chatting to us about water safety, not just in the home, but in general. And then we've got some gorgeous little ones. We've got Caroline Buerto, mom of Kayla, is it Kyla or Kayla? Kyla, who is so keen to get into this water. She is clearly a water baby. And then, of course, Matthew, who's 2 years old, who's not here yet. And then Jamie Lee, mom of Ethan, who is 7 months old. Hey, and some trepidation, but he's ready. He's ready to get in the water. I absolutely love that. So we are going to start with Kyla's going to get into the water first to give us a little bit of a demonstration.
Yeah.
Let that little young'un get in there. She has been so keen to get into the pool. And then Susan is in the water with us. Okay, so walk us through this, if you will,
so this
tomorrow.
is Kyla. As you can see, she's very keen to get in the pool.
Good girl.
We've taught Kyla to get do a safe entry, which if
Now
it's
she's
bigger pool, she'll do.
smiling.
Now she's very happy. She's a real eager
know.
beaver. She'll do anything. So we just thought that from a water safety point of view, we wanted to demonstrate what parents could teach their kids at home.
Okay, great.
So Susan's going to put Kyla into a back float. This is important. This is one of the vital safety skills that we would teach the kids right from Ethan's age.
And it does clearly feel a bit weird because my boy, who's 2.5, when we get into this, he always, because I always have him like right Shabba, and he'll go, this is a tricky one.
Yeah.
This is a tricky one. It is quite a difficult one.
It is difficult. That's why you'll see with Ethan, he's a lot more relaxed. So it is best to start them at that age. What we would normally do is we start them on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Just to get them relaxed. And then obviously normally your shoulders would be a bit lower in the water. And then as soon as they relax, you just lower them into the water a little bit further.
So obviously, so that they can get used to the idea that you will float.
Exactly.
that you are
Yeah.
buoyant and that you can float.
And it's a very important safety skill to be able to learn to roll yourself over and float.
Good girl.
So it's one of the first things you do. Okay, so we're going to teach Kyla how to do a safe exit. So obviously...
Safe exit
as soon
out of
as-
the pool.
Yep, as soon as a toddler falls into the pool, we want them to know that they've got to turn themselves around, get back to the side as soon as possible, hold on tight, and if they are strong enough or old enough to climb themselves out. Okay.
Okay. I'm getting lots
Okay,
of
so
looks here,
first-
like she's not going to... I'm not going to perform for you, mister.
Don't put me out, don't put me out.
Boink.
Okay, so we would start off on the side of the pool, and then we tell them to come in. We'd turn them around as quick as possible, get their
Go.
arms out, catching onto the side of the pool, and we say, hold on tight, Kyla.
Hold on.
Hold on tight. Don't let go. Okay, and then from there, we would teach them to climb themselves out.
Again, obviously slightly different in a blow-up pool
Yeah.
situation like this. And it's worth noting that even though this pool is shallow, you never leave your child unattended in a pool like this. And you certainly always stay with them if they are swimming in this situation, that the water does not need to be deep to be dangerous.
Exactly. Also, at Kyla's age, we also teach them to rectify, to stand up as quick as they can. Because if she should fall over now, Kyla knows to get herself to stand. So if they get themselves back to the step, they can put their feet down and stand up. So,
Carol, I'm going to throw this to you very quickly. What has the process been like? Why was it so important for you to make sure that Kyla learns how to swim at this age?
Well, I've got 2 children. Matthew's 2.5 and Kyla's 1. Matthew's a little bit more apprehensive because he's older. Kyla has absolutely no fear.
Zero, yeah, you
If
can
there's
see.
a drop of water, she will be in it. So for me, I want my children to enjoy swimming and I want them to be safe around water. So especially for her, because she has no fear, she will just climb in anywhere.
Anything, yeah, so just make sure. And how quickly has she developed the skills that she has?
Well, because she loves water, it's you know, she's still little, so things like holding on. The problem with her is that she thinks she can swim. So because she doesn't have any fear, she'll just let go.
And I love the term you said, water competent, not water
yes,
safe.
very
Just
important,
always, as
yeah.
parents, we need to remember that.
Correct.
So are we going to do anything else with Kyla at this stage, or can we bring little Ethan
no, I think
into
let's
the
get
mix?
Ethan in.
Because he's ready.
Okay, so why we'd love to start them at this age is because they're far more relaxed in the water.
At what age can you start? Am I opening a can of worms? Yeah.
We get that question all the time.
Hello,
You
boy.
can start at home with your baby.
Really?
A bath routine. A bath routine with water, wetting their faces, that's actually where they start to learn.
I know.
So
But a
water
silly
over their
face, hey?
heads.
Yeah.
And then we start them from 6 months old. There are some schools that take them from a little bit younger. But the bath routine is the most important. You can start at home
Okay.
with your baby, yeah.
Okay, so what are we going to do with
So
little Ethan?
Ethan,
here?
I wanted you to just see the difference. So why it's important to start them so early, because Ethan will be far more relaxed in his little back float. So again, difficult in this amount of water, but look how more relaxed he is. Hello. Oh, look.
Oh my goodness,
well done,
good boy.
Yay.
I know. I think I must have
Look
a
at
silly
that.
face for something, because children
So
generally...
the more relaxed
stare
they
at my
get,
face, yeah.
eventually Jamie
Good
could just
boy.
hold him kind of with one hand, and he's also just started with us.
Man, so cute, man. I was, of course, just remembering that Jamie doesn't have a mic on because she's sitting in the middle of a pool. But you can nod your appreciation. How cute is it being with them in the water? It's just so, so sweet. Just in general, because I think we have an opportunity here to reiterate, it's obviously really important for you as parents to keep connected, stay connected at any age, but you don't let them get in and out without you being present or helping, especially obviously at that age.
Yep. Always watch your kids. Never leave them alone. Cell phones are a biggie for us. They're such a distraction. Get off your phone. Watch your children. Also, can we just quickly demonstrate how to submerge a baby and toddler correctly? Because a lot of parents at home, you know, you want to get your kids used to the water, but I see a lot of dads, they throw them up and dunk them under the water really quickly. That's possibly the worst thing you can do. So what you want to do is you want to lift them up and put them in at an angle. Just quickly get them used to the water. And also, like I said, with the bath routine, start throwing water over their heads. There we go. Under. Well done, Ethan.
Oh, good boy, Ethan. Well done, buddy.
Don't be scared to do it. They've spent 9 months in water. They come out, they can go back into the water.
Oh, man, he took that like a little champion.
He's a little superstar.
Looks like me when I wake up in the morning. Like, oh, it's early. Hey, little champion. Kyla, you are just a little water baby. I love how happy she is. That's cool. Because water is one of the most enjoyable spaces to be in. And I think for me, as a parent, you want to know that your child is going to get that enjoyment, but that they are completely
And it's a life skill.
safe.
It's a life skill. We all need to learn it.
me to go to?
If you could leave with one last tip for parents out there when it comes to water safety over the holiday season.
Just watch your children. Don't leave them alone. Don't leave them unattended. You are in charge of your child at all times. Don't need anybody else in charge of them, especially not their siblings. Be water safe. Water safe. Watch your children. Watch your children.
Yeah,
that's all you can actually say. Don't take your eyes off your children at all times.
And it's there we go. Look at that little cheeky grin.
Well done, Kyla.
And she's in it. Oh, you guys have been. You were definitely the right little swimmers to bring in. Good job, everyone. High fives all round.
High fives.
Boom.
Come on, high fives.
She's like, yeah, I'm not performing. I'm just loving life. Good job, little man. Ladies, thank you so much, parents. I know there's some dads watching on, very proud as well. Most important thing here, stay vigilant. Always watch your child. Doesn't matter what size the body of water. Make sure that it's always covered. If it's a pool, whether it's a bucket, whether it's a toilet, and just keep that connection with your child. That's the most important thing. Thank you so much, and enjoy it. Enjoy time in the water.
Thanks for having us.
Really,
Be
really
safe.
awesome.
Be safe.
Oh man, well done, guys.
What else? So cute. Ethan and Kyla, the cutest ever. It makes me want to go home now and just teach Luca how to swim.
I was about to ask, have you actually started teaching him how to swim?
Funny thing you asked me this. I just bought a pool last week, actually, because I wanted to do it for his year birthday. I didn't want to have a whole party, so I wanted to actually do for his birthday, do a little setup of a pool, and then get someone to do a course for us. So that will be super cute. But now that they gave us some useful tips, I don't think I need an instructor. I might be able to do it all on my own. But of course, this morning we asked people to tell us about their swimming experiences.
On social media, at what age did you learn how to swim? Did you have a pool noodle, perhaps a polyotta, bendy belt, or armbands? So we asked you to share your experiences on social media, and so many of you guys came through with them. And starting off
with Nomsa Sasam Tati said, when I was 10 years old, and it really helped as I had a polio and my right leg and became stronger using noodle, moving legs as well. Have a great morning, guys. Expresso. And then the next one came from Rita Moodley. She said, I'm learning how to swim now. I use a pool noodle and stay in the shallow end. Not brave enough to tackle the deep end, but roughly enjoying it, thoroughly enjoying it at this old age. It's good.
I relate to Rita, girl. I got you. The next one is Lyndall Francis, who says, I've been a water baby since small, like 2 years old with the polyotta. Safest thing I ever owned.
Absolutely.
And Denise says, I was 52 years old when I learned how to swim, was always petrified of putting my face under the water, but one day I just decided, you know what, to phone a swim school and overcame my fear. One of the best decisions I made. I think this is an absolutely important decision. It's survival.
You're never too old to learn. You just said that you started at a late age as well. It's so funny thing, when growing up, we never had swimming classes. They would throw you in and be like, listen, you either sink or swim. But now you don't need to, because there's swimming classes and there's so much people that inspire us to swim. And look at her. She came at 52 years old, learn how to swim. But that's amazing.
Absolutely. Right now, though, we're going to take a quick
break.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Leanne and Tabs, you guys are at the cafe.
Tabs, when did we are here for some coffee. What do you mean?
No, when? What age?
Is this a trick question?
No, we all have a question. We all have a time, a moment.
I'm going to learn next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
I
did
went
you
to
learn?
primary school. I was quite the swimmer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, well, cheers to that.
Freestyle, honey.
Cheers to that. We'll drink to it while we
Enjoy.
do this. Go top up your coffee cups. We'll see you to the break. We're making some really scrumptious burgers. You don't want to miss it. Drink.
A taste loved by those who have tried it. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Just a few minutes left of the show to savor, and we're going to do it with a burger. Holiday season is upon us, but what? That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be slaving away, making complicated dishes every day. We're going to simplify it right now. We've got Treki and Arno are joining us from the Woolies team. They're here to tell us a bit more about the Woolies Angus beef range, which is phenomenal. Now I'm going to cook up some burgers with my Angus beef in the same time. So maybe I can start with you, Arno. Why is Angus beef so amazing? Why is there there's almost like this austere vibe around them? What is Angus beef all about?
So Graham, Angus beef is the best marketed beef brand worldwide.
Really?
And for us to ensure that we produce a high quality product on shelf sustainably and successfully.
Sounds good, eh?
It does.
It's very distracting, I know, it sounds amazing.
We took hands with a couple of industry role players like the Angus Breeders Society, the Angus Company, and through that we identified a couple of farmers that produce these animals for us according to our strict farming protocols. So these protocols were written specifically for the South African climate, and although the animal is allowed to get fed, they are not allowed to get routine antibiotics or growth stimulants.
How does that translate into the meat that you get? I'm going to just lean across and steal a lap here.
Angus offer a degree of marbling that provide great flavour and tenderness to the product. And if you look at the steak range, all our steaks are matured for a minimum of 35 days that guarantee tenderness and succulence.
What?
And then, yes.
I was going to ask, what happens during that aging process that makes the meat so tender, and why that specific length of time?
Well, you can. It's enzymes that provide the tenderness and break down some of the connective tissue in the meat cut that provide that ultimate tenderness after a maturation of X amount of time at a certain temperature. But if you look at our burgers, the Angus burgers, it is as good as a good homemade burger. Coarsely ground, lightly seasoned with salt and pepper to still provide excellent flavour. And the meat stay the hero.
Completely, and it is some of the best meat. I'm a big steak eater, yes, but I love the process of cooking a steak. There's something truly beautiful about it, and the marbling is something that is so vitally important. We love the fact that on the one side you're getting amazing meat, but for you guys it extends far beyond that. It's about the relationship that you share with the farmer. Why is that so important?
Absolutely, Graham. So we took a lot of steps to ensure that we do produce Angus as Angus. So what I mean by that is that the animal that we do use for the project is 100% phenotypically Angus. In other words, the way the animal looks. And then genetically, it has to be at least a 4th generation Angus animal. So, for instance, that animal's parents, grandparents, as well as great-grandparents.
My daddy,
all
my
had to be.
granddaddy was an Angus.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, I love that.
And that's all verified by independent auditing bodies that ensure our farms and our abattoirs, as well as our retail shelves, all comply, so that we have full traceability of the products on shelf.
I'm going to just put the finishing touches on one of our little burgers here. And the keyword, if you want this ingredients list for an ultra-traditional, awesome Angus beef burger yourself, is Woolworths, 33728. What cheese, then tomato?
Tomato. Shall I help you?
Yeah, there we go. Do you want to finish compiling? Let's put a...
Yes.
Ooh, lovely. And then just make sure the gherkin gets on there.
Especially in the summer period, it's actually so nice to entertain with burgers.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong or nothing as good as entertain your family and friends with a good old burger. Build your own burger.
I love it, with the best beef that money can buy, and I think we are blessed in South Africa to be able to get access to this kind of produce is amazing. And that is my mouth watering too much to actually keep on talking. You just give us another big dollop there. Guys, thank you so much for the effort that you put into this relationship with your farmers, most importantly, and for bringing us what might well be the best beef in the world. That keyword again is Woolworths, 33728. Just take a look at that. Yum.
Ah, that looks so good. Oh, we love you. Bring that burger.
Bring it tomorrow. It's Friday tomorrow, guys.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.